everyone. Welcome to People and Entertainment Weekly's Red Carpet Live at the 29th Annual Screen Actors Guild Awards. We're happy to be here. It is brought to you by Campari. I'm Jeremy Parsons.
And I'm Janine Rubenstein. We are here in Los Angeles at the Fairmont Century Plaza celebrating outstanding film and TV performances of the last year.
We got a group of people here that are very excited, and you know why?
Yes.
Because we are kicking off the night tonight with a Campari toast. That sounds right.
Yes.
It's an unmistakable, vibrantly red Italian bitter. Campari is the heart of some of the world's most classic cocktails. We're joined here with Jessamine McClellan, the director of Campari Academy. Good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Looking good. All right, here to mix up something special for us. Tell us about this cocktail you're going to prepare.
Yeah, so we made a specialty cocktail for the SAG Awards this evening that is called the Negroni Sbagliato Red Carpet Edition.
Nice.
It is actually a riff on a riff, if you want to say,
okay,
or an inspiration from a cocktail from a cocktail. Starts with the Negroni, which many of you may know. I'm sure you might have even had one before.
Favorite summer little spritz.
Yeah, it's been around for a little over a century, but in the 1970s there was a cocktail called the Sbagliato created, which actually substitutes Prosecco for the gin in that simple three-part cocktail.
I like
which
that.
Is,
so the makeup of it has altered and changed a little bit. Okay.
Yes. So the Negroni variations are really fun because you basically get to switch out the other ingredients all around Campari as the kind of the center of it. But the Sbagliato Red Carpet Edition is unique because we've kind of amped it up a little bit with some gold shimmer, as well as changing the Prosecco for champagne. So
Favorite
that's the riff
part of
on the
season?
riff.
You've always got the edible gold, the drinkable gold, whatever.
We have to have, there's stars here. We have to have some stars, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I can't wait to try this. So what's in it, and how do we get started?
So I already put two different types of vermouth in the glass here. There's a sweet vermouth and a extra dry vermouth.
Okay.
That's actually to balance out the kind of different proportions that we tinkered with on that classic Negroni.
I'm looking, I can smell it. I've got the essence a little bit.
And now we're going to put in the Campari, which Campari is actually part of the red bitter category, which is an aperitivo. So, it usually starts people's meals. It's generally, served in lighter, effervescent cocktails.
Before the dinner.
Exactly. All right. So now this is our gold shimmer.
Well, that's pretty.
It's just like, that's a unique thing. I don't know if I'm going to have that at my next party,
I
I wish I did. Where do I get the gold shimmer? Can we order that from you?
Have you ever had like a cute little sparkly cupcake at a wedding or anything like that?
I think I'm going to take that one.
Great.
Okay, so
Then,
a lot of people I know, myself included, have a bottle of Campari at home.
Yes.
If I'm not making this red carpet special, what other Campari combos are good and quick and easy?
Absolutely. So Campari is wonderful because it is great on its own. You can have a Campari and soda, which is probably the most simple of the different types of cocktails. You could also make a Campari spritz, which is Prosecco Campari and a little splash of soda water. Yeah. And then again, I already mentioned that the Negroni is really a versatile cocktail that can ultimately have many variations. I don't know what your favorite spirit is, but there's probably one existing already
anything
for
with
it.
Campari in it. All right, I'm going to hold this because I'm nervous. I'm real. Oh, there she goes. A pro. You didn't need me to hold it. It was me, not you. And look at that. Looks smooth.
Perfect.
And look at the gold shimmering. Can we grab ours?
It's not done yet.
Oh, it's
just
not done
one
yet.
little splash. We need to finish it off with that Lallier champagne, which is that extra little oomph. And I will, ladies first. You can have this one.
Here we
I'll
go.
take this one.
Should we cheers?
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Red carpet season, red Campari.
Little taste. Delicious, refreshing. Great way to kick off the carpet. Thank you so much, Jessamine.
My
it's a pleasure
pleasure.
to talk to you. Thanks for the tips. We have just over 2 hours, everybody, to go until the SAG Awards will be broadcasting live on Netflix's YouTube channel. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern. Stick around for that, of course.
All of tonight's winners will receive a coveted actor statuette. But, have you wondered how they're made?
Yeah.
Well, if you have, here's a behind-the-scenes look at how each solid bronze prize becomes a unique piece of art.
I've never seen anything like this before. I'm going to be thinking about this moment for a very long time. Liquid fire in a giant vat being poured into these casts, just the amount of work and effort that goes into making one handmade statue, my mind is blown.
You know, the fun thing about the Actor Award is that it is a piece of art. We use the same process to make it as we would to make fine sculpture. And it's called the lost wax method of casting. And every piece is made by hand, and it's touched by probably no less than 10 artisans in each of their respective disciplines.
The SAG Awards are the perfect award for actors because each individual actor is their own unique person and representation of their character and the complexities of being a human. And I think that the award represents that. Each one's a little bit different, but altogether it's a piece of art. So what better to celebrate an artist's performance than with a piece of art in and of itself?
That is pretty amazing stuff. Joining us now are this year's SAG Awards ambassadors, Haley Lou Richardson and Antonia Gentry. How are you feeling tonight?
Great, sweaty.
Also great and sweaty, yes.
Great and sweaty, but not as sweaty as it was for that whole. How amazing was that for you?
It was very cold outside, and then as soon as they lifted the lid of the vat of liquid metal, it was just like summer.
It's like lava.
It is
Yeah, it was just like lava.
I've actually been there before when they make those, and it's pretty insane because they're literally these guys are in like fire suits or whatever, right?
Wait,
Like,
what? You were there?
not this one, but I have been in the past. They're in spacesuits.
Yeah.
It's
Cool.
cool. It's wild. Should we talk about Jonas Brothers for a second?
Can we talk about the Joe Bros?
Your Instagram feeds were blowing up with you meeting the Joe Bros. I think Nick was playing the piano for you. What happened? What was
Nick.
the deal?
Well, I met them.
That's the deal.
I met all
Nothing else to
three.
say.
I met all three of them.
All three.
All three.
Not the fourth?
No, not Frankie. I actually didn't meet Frankie. Hi, Frankie. Hope to meet you one day. No, they're actually the nicest guys I've ever met.
Yeah.
So you were one of the fans, like saying, "Just get back together already, so I can have this moment."
Oh yeah. They got back together so that they could meet me at this point. It was all for
Haley
me.
manifested
Yeah.
it. You manifested it.
I really did. I'm a great manifester.
Yeah. Did you sing together at all? Was there like a moment of like a co-singing kind of?
There was no co-singing, but I danced in their
a
music
lot of
video,
dancing. Hello.
which was like.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
We're having a
It's
Joe
okay.
Bro
We're
moment
gonna bleep
right
it.
now. Sorry.
Oh no. But honestly though, how freaking cool.
Pretty amazing.
Oh my God.
And let's talk to you about how life has changed over the past year. How would you sum up things for you? Things, all things, everything. Here and
Let's see,
on
where to begin? I'm sweatier than I used to be. I'm like, I have to like actually try to look nice when I leave the house, which is difficult. But it's super surreal, and I'm so excited every day to meet people who really love the show. And it's just, I don't know. I still don't. I think like in 10 years I'll process it. I'm like very slow
Very
at
much
that.
at
But
it right now, yeah.
right now I'm just on autopilot.
Sure.
Speaking of people who really love shows, White Lotus. Oh my God! Yeah. Do you watch it? Yes. And your look. I was here for all of it. There were a lot of things going on.
You liked Portia's outfit?
I liked Portia's outfit. It was refreshing.
People are gonna come for you.
It was refreshing. You don't see people dressed like that on TV anymore, and you brought it.
She's dressed like how she would really dress as that girl in life, which I think is the whole point.
And look at this. We actually have envelopes. The
Yeah.
envelope please.
and
These are the winners here.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
I'm going to give these to, let's see, we're announcing them, and it's a very big deal. Janine, you want to do
we
the honors
are
here?
so excited, you guys. We just got envelopes. So we are going to announce the first awards of the night right here, guys. Haley, you've got the winner of Outstanding Action Performance by a Stunt Ensemble in a Motion Picture. So take it away.
That one. Motion picture.
Oh my God,
There you go.
I'm doing this?
Big deal.
Okay,
Yes,
the
it's happening.
nominees are Avatar, The Way of Water, The Batman, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Top Gun Maverick, and The Woman King.
Here we go. Drum roll, please.
Oh my God.
It's a big moment.
And the winner is, okay, I open this. Oh shoot, Top Gun Maverick.
Way to go, Tom and team. Congratulations to them. And next up, Antonia, you've got the envelope. Here it is for Outstanding Action Performance by Stunt Ensemble in a television series. Take it away.
Okay, the nominees are Andor, The Boys, House of the Dragon, The Lord of the Rings of Power, and Stranger Things.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm doing great. And the winner is, oh God, Stranger Things!
Stranger Things!
Oh my goodness.
Big moments. Hey,
So
that was
excited.
so seamless.
Was
Thank
it?
you.
Thank you. You guys are amazing. Congratulations to them, and thank you both for joining us. Have a great night, you guys. Have so much fun.
You guys have fun.
You too. Look who's here.
I'm dripping sweat.
Jamie Lee Curtis is right here.
Hello. Not yet.
In season 3 of The White Lotus. Oh my
Wow.
Are we making magic happen? Season 3 of The
wow.
White Lotus?
Everyone's been asking me who should be in season 3, and I keep saying you.
You heard it here
I
first.
think we're brokering a deal.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
Yes,
do it.
she said yes.
I think we have a verbal contract.
It is, but I will do it.
Okay.
Wait,
It's a good show.
Where does it shoot?
In beautiful places around the world at 5-star resorts.
it was just in Italy. Where are we going next?
I don't know. I actually don't. I'm not.
Okay, but I think that was a verbal contract. Jamie Lee Curtis is on the next season. I think in California.
You have to Twitter it or whatever.
Twitter it or whatever.
Twitter it.
We'll see. All right, we'll talk to Mike and everybody else. Ladies, have such a great night.
Thank you
so much.
guys. Oh my goodness.
And
You're lovely.
Miss Jamie Lee Curtis, I'm going to step right over here.
Up, ladies.
Such a
I'm now
pleasure.
in White Lotus, so
Yes.
Next season, breaking news right here.
I know.
Hey, such a pleasure to talk to
Thank you so much.
I just have been watching you all award season long, and the smiles and the energy. I wonder if you had any true, like, scream queen, screaming moments at home, just taking in the moment and getting it all out.
No.
No, okay.
No, there were a lot of there was a lot of weeping at home just because the moment was so powerful for me. But I am by nature a cheerleader. I was a cheerleader in high school.
Right.
And I also am a bit of a taunter. So you should have heard me at my table last night. Every time at the Producers Guild Award, every time they would announce one of the movies that was up, and they would end it with in that very sort of serious voice, nominated for 5 Academy Awards. Every single time, whatever number they said, I went, 11! 11! We went to 11!
That's right. Just to put it out there.
Because,
Let's be clear.
Remind the people.
because,
Let's be clear.
I mean, numbers matter.
They do.
Apparently.
They do. I guess so. But it's congratulations.
And
though, yeah.
so do amazing performances.
Yes,
I have to
it's such
say,
a beautiful experience.
watching you in Everything Everywhere All at Once, I just the stunts, the movement,
Yeah.
the all of that. When you went in and you signed on for this, when did you know what you signed up for? In terms of the physicality, in terms
You
of
know
like
what?
just,
Honestly, I didn't know what it was until I saw it at South by Southwest for the premiere.
Wow.
You know, it was a movie made 3 years ago in 38 days in Simi Valley, California.
wow.
3 years ago,
Incredible.
38 days,
Right.
Simi Valley, California, in an office building. And 2 years later, we were seeing it debuting at South by, and I saw something that was going to change cinema. And I didn't know it when we were making it,
Yeah.
but I knew it as soon as I saw it.
Well, it's such a pleasure to talk to you.
It is the best
It is the
picture of 2022.
You heard it here.
Heard it here.
Thank you so much.
I
appreciate
love
your
you.
time as
God
always.
bless you.
Thank
Love
you
your
so
energy.
much.
Thank you.
Bless
Thanks a
you
lot.
too.
Have a good time tonight.
Look at these
Look at
young
these ladies.
women's coming here.
Yay.
Hi, Lisa.
Yeah, we have
Oh,
Lisa
here we
and
go.
Walters.
Hello. Hello. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
You look amazing.
Oh, thank you very much.
Elena,
Yeah.
let's just talk about the looks. Let's break that down first.
And then we'll talk about Parent
We're
Trap.
all
Okay.
about, we're all about the fashion. Break it down. What do we got?
Lisa Ann Walter asked me to show up as her date, so by golly, I showed up as her date.
She sure did. It's the best looking date in a tux I've ever had.
Absolutely.
We
Love it. You
sort
did
of
the best.
we both did a little throwback kind of thing. Elaine went Dietrich.
Yes.
We both have our rhinestone hair clips. I went a little more 50s.
Yeah.
But this is a dress that I found about 5 years ago, and when I saw it, I was entirely unemployed, and I said, I'm going to wear this to the SAG Awards. Specifically, I don't know why, but specifically the SAG Awards. So I feel like I manifested it. It's a dress that my mom loved, and she passed last year, so I'm carrying her with me, and this is her little lucite clutch from the 50s, and so that's the story. Oh, this is Jolie Fisher, everybody.
Jolie Fisher, hello. How are you?
Oh my God, it's the Witches of Eastwick now.
It is evolved. The interview's evolving in real time.
Carry on.
Hey, no, you
We
stay
haven't
here.
seen each other in a long time, so this is nice.
I think that's what's great about the SAG Awards is you've got all these reunions happening. That's got to be nice, right? You're kind of
It
connecting
is.
with old
The
friends.
only other time that we see each other is is when we're like auditioning against each other, when they used to have auditions in the room, which they no longer do.
Right.
Remember?
It's all virtual now.
Yeah, remember pilot season? I would bring baked goods. Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, does it feel different for you, the SAGs? Because it is your fellow, like really your peers.
Yes, and because it is our fellow actors, I mean, we have peers in the business that have different jobs, but when you are nominated by your colleagues, people that you admire and have such a wealth of history in this business, it just means a lot. And Jolie is our secretary treasurer. I'm an active union member. I'm a national board member, executive committee, local board member, head of the women's committee.
We're doing the work.
Yeah, we really care about what this business means and what it is that it is to be a SAG member. So giving back is really important too. It's nice to be here for that.
I just pay my dues.
Yeah.
But you're all clear. You're good to be here.
She pays her dues in more ways than one. Yeah. As we all do.
It is such a pleasure
guys,
to talk
thank
to you.
You
Thank
so
you for giving us some time
much.
tonight. Have so much fun in there. We'll
And thank
see
you
a
for
little
bringing
later.
this Parent Trap reunion to life. We didn't get to, but I'm so excited to see this.
Have a great night. Have a great night.
Yes.
And
Have a
how about
great one.
Cheryl Lee Ralph standing right back here?
Oh, wow. We have Cheryl Lee Ralph.
We are rolling here.
Coming up next.
Stars are moving through. We're doing photos.
Look, this is really a reunion, you guys. Like, you see so many stars.
Union love.
Just look, they know each other clearly. Abbott Elementary. Oh my gosh.
Tell me a code.
Whoa! Hey, okay, the energy in the room shifts when you're all together, and I feel like it's a snapshot of a day in the life on set.
A day in the life on set, and believe it, if you put the three of us together, this is a day in the life of union service for Screen Actors Guild.
I just sold that.
It is just amazing, and here we all are.
Vice President of the LA Local.
And it's great. You know, we love representing our actors and doing what we do, and we love being on the set of Abbott Elementary.
There's nothing better.
I love it.
Do you love reminiscing? I wonder if you remember the job that got you your SAG card.
Oh, I absolutely do. I was 19 years old. The film was called A Piece of the Action, and I was under the direction of the outstanding, honorable Sidney Poitier.
Yes.
Sidney Poitier.
I have such a low rent version of getting my SAG card. I'm embarrassed to say it, but it involved a movie called One Crazy Summer, directed by none other than the savage Steve Holland. And shout out to him. He grabbed me because I helped him get a date with the girl who was the hostess at the restaurant I worked on Cape Cod.
And there you go.
And there you go.
And that's how you get a SAG card.
That's how you get a SAG card.
I can tell you the name of the movie that I got my SAG card.
Okay,
Then you'll go look it up later.
We don't want that.
Don't want that.
Miss Shirley Ralph, go ahead.
Well, Cheryl, just one more. You have been just blazing up award season. It's so good to see you. Blazing up award season.
Thank you.
Visually, aesthetically, stunningly.
Thank you.
This look is absolutely beautiful. What inspired it? And just what is it that you carry with you on these red carpets? Because I need to bottle it.
I have to tell you, my daughter, Ivy Coco, is my stylist and has been my stylist since the beginning of the award season. And I said to her, Coco, I need you to tell me, what do I need? And she said, Mommy, you've got to rise like a phoenix, but younger. Yes. And I was just like, okay, I will rise like a phoenix, but younger. And she has been very intentional about making sure it is fresh, that it is relatable, and it is about the now. And this one is Tadashi Soji, fresh off of the runway. An interesting story. Tadashi and I have been friends for a long time. He designed my wedding gown to the senator, and Tadashi used to design for Coco and I when she was little.
Wow.
Now here she is a stylist, and he's still hitting it out of the park.
The Phoenix is rising right here. The Phoenix has risen, I think.
Oh
It's there.
I love it.
Such a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
We're
Have a
gonna
great night
wonderful
tonight.
night. Abbott Elementary.
Abbott Elementary. There we go. There we
And
go.
we have Catherine Newton
Catherine
coming
Newton.
in here,
She is.
looking lovely in lavender.
Thank you so much.
How are
Thank
you?
you, everybody. I'm so happy to be here at the
Yeah.
SAG Awards. Did you know that I just might be like the longest member of SAG?
Really?
I've been a member since I was 4.
Oh my gosh, so you made it started early.
I will be the longest member of SAG. If I'm lucky enough to act my whole life, I definitely
That is actually remarkable.
will get
That
some
is pretty
Has to be
great.
one of the youngest originals, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
I was an actor before like SAG.
Right. Before it existed. You go way back.
So he just asked we were talking to the cast of Abbott Elementary and just asking them, what was the film, the movie, the TV show that got you your SAG card? But would you remember?
Yes, it was All My Children. Actually, it might have been an HBO short film called Bun Bun. I think that was my first job. So HBO, thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. That's really crazy. And it's so interesting to hear those stories and how far people have come and to imagine life then up until...
Just that I'm still here.
That you're still here and you're still doing it.
I see a lot of girls that I've known growing up acting. Yeah. Girls and boys, but mostly girls. And I'm like, you know what? We're still here.
Yeah.
We're doing something right.
Yeah. Love the jewels right here. What do we got going?
Cartier and Carolina Herrera.
Very nice.
Thank you very much.
When it comes to hanging out with the stars and your fellow peers, who are you looking forward to seeing tonight? There are so many big names that are going to be walking this carpet and rubbing elbows inside there.
Well, Andrew Garfield, Zendaya, who else? I mean, Austin Butler. I just saw Jamie Lee Curtis, my fellow Scream Queen. I don't know, I think just the fact that we have a little community, I always get really excited about this award show because, actors, it's everybody in the industry in SAG. I love being a part of SAG, and I don't know, it's different than other award shows. Because there's that little world that we can talk about
we saw that as people were partnering up and like stopping by and saying like, sorry to interrupt, but hey girl.
Yeah, it's like a high school reunion or something.
It really is. That's really the feeling. Should we break out the one last thing?
I got one last thing for you.
We got a special deal.
One last thing.
It's a random grab bag.
You're gonna grab into here, pull one out, read it out, and just say what the first thing that comes to mind.
Last nightmare and dream you remembered. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember. I'm in a dream right now. Okay?
This is it.
She's in a dream. She's in a dream.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
It's a
you.
pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you.
Have a great night tonight.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Have fun.
Bye-bye. Anthony Kerrigan's here. We're rolling. How we doing?
Excellent.
Oh, I love the black on black. I love the lapel pin.
Thank you so
Looking
much.
great.
Feeling great. It's a fantastic night.
Yeah. And we got a little unicorn.
We got a little unicorn, just keep it unique, keep it special, and it's Sydney Evans. The suit is Lavin. So feeling fantastic.
Does it ever get old?
No, it really
You've
doesn't.
been doing this a few years now. This is like a thing.
Every time it's just like really special, and it's always fun. The energy is really high. Everyone's really just having a great time.
What is it specifically about SAG? Like, the red carpet is the red carpet, you do the thing, but what is it about this show?
Well, it's really special that it's the actors, that getting nominated by the actors, by your peers is something really, really special. And it's an honor to be in the same room as like my heroes. Yeah. So that's really wonderful.
Do people start getting like extra nice around like voting time, like in the industry? Hey. Let's be friends.
No, what do you mean, like baking things? No, I've never done that. No, bake sales? No, no. It's honestly, I think like around that time with voting time, you just kind of see who you loved and vote your heart and that's all it is.
I voted for him.
There it is. That's the secret. That's why I got nominated.
He's my favorite actor. So there you go. All right, I'm going to step back and you finish your thing.
You just want to let us know.
You're not going anywhere. About this. Stay on the arm. When you are in Hollywood a bit, you end up with projects that get a lot of momentum, they get acknowledgement, and then all of a sudden you look around and you're at award shows. Do you kind of pinch yourself and look back at previous versions of yourself and say, man, wow, this is a wild ride that I'm always going to remember?
Only for a second. Yeah. Only for a second, because it just keeps moving forward, and that's how it should be.
It's a moment. It's a moment in time. You gotta really not take it for granted. Enjoy it.
And enjoy it for the moment.
And party too. Because at the end of the day, you gotta have a good time.
We're gonna get sloshed. There's no doubt about it.
The rap party for you guys.
What we're getting into?
Probably tequila.
What's that?
Probably tequila.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, normal stuff.
Perfectly normal.
Right. Sure. Maybe some higher end stuff. We might treat ourselves. We might treat ourselves tonight. I don't know.
We don't know. We're in the moment.
Just feeling it, living it. Should we do the one last thing?
Let's do one last thing.
We got a gimmick tonight, guys, and we're really leaning into
We're leaning into the gimmick, okay?
Our one last thing.
You're going to pick one thing out of here.
Bunch of random questions.
Read it out loud.
Last time you did
answer.
some stuff.
One last thing. It's the last time you blah,
one
blah,
last
blah.
thing.
Here we go.
Let's see. Last perfect day off. Let's see. I skipped town and I just drove. Like, I didn't know where I was going. I drove up the coast of California. It was the perfect day.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
actually, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That sounds great.
Highly recommend.
Okay. All right, now I got to beat that.
All right, last moment of nostalgia. And that for me was last week because I was in New York. I grew up as a man and an actor in New York, as a theater actor, and it was great to be back there.
Man, that's a great moment. Thank you for sharing that.
I love that. Thank you, guys. Thanks for playing ball.
Absolute pleasure. Yeah. Great to talk to you. Great to you guys have a great night. Read it by the ladies. Here we go.
Oh, my God.
You are watching People at Entertainment Weekly's Red Carpet Live at the 29th Annual Screen Actors Guild Awards, brought to you by Campari. Campari is the heart of some of the world's most classic cocktails, including this one right here. You're looking at it, that we got to taste a little earlier, Janine.
We are less than 2 hours from the SAG Awards, which will be broadcast live on Netflix's YouTube channel at 8 p.m. Eastern, you guys.
Very excited for the stars that are making their way down the carpet here tonight.
They're excited. That's what's getting me even more excited. They're like bumping into each other and saying like, wait, sorry to interrupt, but I have to hug you. I just love the energy of this award show.
It is great energy, and it's one of the rare award shows. You got the Globes, and then you have the SAG Awards, where TV and film actors are all in the same room, where they're all being honored for their great work, whether it's a series you love or a movie that you loved or a limited series.
Speaking of a series we love, we got the Hacks cast.
Here we go.
We got the Hacks cast coming in. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Come on in.
How are we doing?
Make
Let's come up a little more. I want to get you all right in there. Should we start with the purple over there?
Hi.
Looking nice.
Hello.
Hi.
Tell us about the look.
Well,
that's what I mean.
We're matching, so we're giving.
It's honestly very complimentary. The shirt is a vintage Terry Mugler. The what's the suit? Oh, Calvin Klein.
Nice.
That's right.
Oh, I'm doing Armani today. Yeah, Armani.
Doing Armani.
Dress, Vivienne Westwood, corset, meow.
There we go. And
Vintage Maria Pons.
very good. Jean Smart, let's just, sum it up. Now we're into it. I remember talking to you guys when it was season 1. Everything felt a little fresh, and now we continue going. What have you learned over time? How do you sum up the experience and what she brings and what you're able to glean from, the legend?
Well, the energy that she brings, she's like truly an actor's actor. And I think that being able to work with her and just observing her is truly like a masterclass.
Yeah.
And I feel like we all feel that way. So it's incredible to just share the stage with her.
We just love her, and we're sending all our love to her, and she's doing fantastic.
Good. It's good to know.
Good.
We work hard and we play harder.
We're having a dirty martini for Jean tonight.
That's right.
Very good.
Yeah, Jean is going to be here, but I want to just go into the behind the scenes of this show. Vegas, baby, Vegas. What have you learned about yourself?
Vegas.
I think the smiles and the
smiles sell it.
the
What
looks
have you
say it
learned
all.
about yourself thanks to Vegas?
We only go to Vegas a few times, to actually shoot there.
Fake Vegas
You
a
don't
little
learn.
bit.
No, you unlearn things in Vegas. I think so. I don't think I've learned anything about myself.
Okay.
I've learned that we can't do certain things.
They have a water commission that they check people's water usage, which I did not know before the show.
As it turns out, kind of pivotal, right?
Oh, yeah, very pivotal.
When it comes to walking the SAG's red carpet, we go in there, we have the show, then the after party. Who are you looking forward to seeing? What shows are you into other than your own?
Well, I love Abbott Elementary, and I love The Bear.
Okay.
I can't wait to meet them. Yeah, and I've just everybody. I can't wait to see Viola Davis, Sally Field. Very excited to be here.
I can't wait to see everyone from White Lotus because they're so hot.
Oh my God.
Every single one of them.
We actually had the cast on just a little earlier, and Haley Richardson basically brokered a deal for Jamie Lee Curtis to be in the next season. I think that happened right here. We want to really keep the energy going.
How do we get in on this?
Find Haley.
Did they say anything about us?
You gotta find Haley.
You guys are definitely in the running, I'm sure. They're right over there if you want to talk to them. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you so
much fun tonight. Thank you for stopping by, guys.
The best night.
Thank you. Have a great night tonight.
Bye.
Hacks, definitely one of the best shows of the
hilarious.
year. Keeps going.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much for watching here at the Screen Actors Guild Awards.
Yeah.
Of course, this is one of the biggest shows and most anticipated shows within the industry for award season.
And also the one that they say really leads to the Oscars. That they're looking at this for what's going to happen.
Better Call Saul. The cast is here.
Hi.
Hello.
Better Call Saul.
How are you all? Good.
How are you? No, I feel
We're
like
on TV.
Hey,
we're the TV. Fantastic. Look at Ray. Ray's looking pretty good, huh?
We knew that purple was the jam.
Right? We got the black on black. Well, maybe. Okay, either way, we're close.
You know, welcome this evening. The sartorial splendor. Tony Dalton, fresh in from Mexico City, he had to go out and buy a suit an hour ago to come
Is
here.
that true? Wait, is that true, Tony?
Okay.
No, I didn't.
This is off the rack, not Taylor? Yeah. That's pretty
Pretty
impressive.
amazing.
Okay.
The show, go ahead.
No.
I was going to say,
I love this.
The show keeps getting so much acknowledgement every year. There's so much love for it. As you move, your show. Oh. And
Ours
this one.
too.
Us
Ours
too.
too.
But as you move on from it, I wonder, as you look back on your time on Better Call Saul, what will you kind of sum up? What will be the takeaway and how will you sum it?
I'm going to miss all these guys. They're my brothers and sisters, and not being able to see them every day really hurts my heart.
Yeah. I'm going to forget him as soon as I can.
Almost forgot him now.
Yeah, I don't. Everybody's great, man.
This is what collaboration means. The way they conduct these sets and the way we've all worked together to me, it's everything I wanted to be when I said I wanted to be an actor.
Well, when it comes to the SAG Awards specifically, you're no stranger, clearly. What is it about this show for you and for this cast to be nominated as a cast as you have been?
I love the SAG Awards, and I think everyone should have a Best Ensemble Award. I think the fact that they honor how people work together and award that is astonishing. That being said, Jonathan and Bob should win. There you go.
What are we going to miss most about Mr. Bob Odenkirk? Who? Mr. Bob? I think that's it. All right. He's forgettable. Where is Bob?
Unforgettably forgettable.
You guys, it's a pleasure to talk to all of you. Thank you for giving us some time.
Thank you so
Good luck
much.
tonight. Have so much fun tonight. Hey, the suit looks great. Very fresh.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good night tonight. Bye-bye. And Danielle Deadwyler is up next.
And oh my God,
hello.
Danielle Deadwyler, you guys.
Look at this whole moment here.
Look at this vision.
Hello. I knew you were going to say vision because that's
white,
exactly
pink chartreuse, lavender, effervescence. Beautiful.
Thank you so much. I am really grateful for the love.
Oh my goodness, and you did your thing in Till. I have to tell you, just such a moving portrait of a mother. I'm a mother, and you look at that film and you see that journey that no one wants to experience. So when you got that script, because there was a lot of talk about how it would register, how it would resonate, because it's such a story that's held dear in the Black community, what were your thoughts and what were your fears?
I took a good amount of time to just really be considerate of the totality of the story, of the possibilities of what kind of shifts, internal shifts, DNA shifts it would do to me. Because that's what you do. Yeah, at least that's what I do. It's a giving of the whole self. And that's what I wanted to consider. And you want to give great credence to and reverence to the beauty of who this person is, their family, because their family persists. And so I considered all those things and a great deal more with my director, Chinonye Chukwu, and we just wanted to do it right. We wanted to do it right.
You did that. You did that.
When something like this project that's so heavy, when it wraps and you walk away, how do you, or was it a struggle for you, to disconnect yourself from sort of the weight of the character?
I mean, that's the thing. Like you said, you're a mother. Everybody's a parent. There are Black people continuously living through these kinds of things in this world. So it's not a it's not a cutting off of the experience. It's a thing that we're continuing to combat. It's the thing why we even make the movie in the first place. But there is a thing of trying to ease oneself back to self, right? And there are rehabilitative things that one must do: acupuncture, physical therapy, laying your butt down, like the Nap Ministry say. You know, all those kinds of things. I did those. I did those. But it is a matter of we are still confronting it on the daily, and that's the challenge, and that's the beauty of making films like these.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you dance.
Yeah.
I heard you dance.
Oh, yes, I do.
Can it happen in that dress? Is there enough?
You can't get down right now.
No.
I'm going to save you, but I can.
Trained dancer we have here. Just an artiste all around. Danielle, thank you so much for taking the time and for what you gifted us this year.
It's a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you.
Seriously.
Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Have fun
Have
tonight.
the best night.
We say goodbye to her and we say hello, I believe, to Olivia Williams from The Crown.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you?
Pleasure to speak to you.
You look absolutely amazing. I love this.
Well, The Crown, I mean, where do you even start, I guess, in summing up the cultural moment and summing up the acknowledgement from your peers? For you, what do you kind of take away, walk away with, sit at home and stew on?
Playing Camilla is quite like being Camilla, that whenever there's a big group ensemble scene, I'm not there because the mistress is never invited to those events.
Right.
So actually it's really nice to get the call up because I'm never invited to Balmoral Christmas.
Does it change the way you see every current moment that happens with the family?
I've really tried to stick to the script and not kind of involve myself in any of the extraneous stuff. So no, it's all a script written by Peter Morgan. And that's my official line and I'm sticking to it.
Okay, sticking to it. It stops there.
Well, the thing that got me about this season and your character was that moment where she kind of shifted and said, wait, this is going to happen. I need to get my image together. I need to figure out the PR around this situation.
Interesting, because most other people went for the phone sex, but I'm glad you didn't.
Well, no, I loved that. Maybe it's luck. I'm thinking of the ethos of a woman who's like, yeah, I'm going to be a mistress for the rest of my life, but am I? How can I spin this, right? The spin factor. Just thinking of how she navigated that situation, did you ever find yourself being like, have I spun anything? What do I do in terms of my own projection of myself?
I think the thing that really struck me about Camilla is that it all happened to her, that I think she wanted to stay a mistress the way she was, but once she lost her husband and her home and her kids and her family life, then she was cut loose, and that's when she said, right, I want to take control of this situation.
Pivot.
Yeah, now. And she's a humorous, funny, easy-going person who was put in an impossible position. So,
Wow. Well, you played it beautifully. Thank you
Certainly
so
did. Thank
much.
you. It's a pleasure to speak to you. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Have fun.
We'll
see you at the after party. We'll dance it out. Okay. And the cast of Severance. Coming up.
The cast of Severance.
The show that took the world by storm and
gosh.
continues to keep taking the world by storm. Uh-oh, left hanging.
Come on up.
I'm shaking hands. How we doing?
We're going to do levels to this, and I love this cast. Oh, you look like a dream.
Thank you. I'm under the ocean. I have jellyfish, I've got other fish, I've got shells.
Well, it looks beautiful. Let's come in a little more
Yeah,
here.
let's come in a little bit forward.
Fill in
This
our
is our
small
screen.
space.
We're going to do it.
How are you?
Hey, good. How you doing?
Good to see you. I just wonder, because the show is one of those shows that, first of all, you don't want to give anything away, right? But also, I wonder on paper if it made as much sense as when you finally saw it, right? Like it's one of those things. The tone and everything really plays such an important role in the experience of it. How did that hit?
No.
Or no, next question.
No, I think, it's such a credit to Dan Ericsson's writing that there were so many circles that were left open in the beginning that we couldn't have known about how they would be closed. And I think, bottom line, we all did know that the world was so rich, and even when there were things that felt nebulous or confusing on the front end, we knew that the characters in the world were so rich that we trusted that. I think I can say that for all of us, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. And it was a process of navigating and discovering together. Ben Stiller and Dan Erickson were really collaborative, and we all kind of came together to be like, what the hell is this, every single day as we were filming.
Well, it's such a pleasure to talk to you. They're moving you down. There's a lot of people that want to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Guys. Thank you
such
so
a pleasure.
much.
Congratulations
Oh
on everything. Have fun tonight.
Thank you.
And we'll be
So
watching.
excited.
And we're rewatching and rewatching.
Oh, I didn't even see this pink dream back here.
Watch Severance if you haven't, everybody. Check it out. I believe next up, I hear we've got the cast of White Lotus stars.
Lotus.
How we doing?
The White
It's
Lotus.
Great to see you.
Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
Well, where do we begin?
Amazing.
Haley Lou Richardson was over here pitching Jamie Lee Curtis for the next season. She literally pitched it to her, and I just want to get group consensus.
Would love that. I would
What
love
did
to
she
see
say
that.
when it was pitched to her?
She said yes.
I'd rather not.
She said yes after she said, what is it?
What is
and where does it shoot?
Where does it shoot?
Yeah.
So maybe she's on board.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
100%.
Feels right.
Yes.
Feels right.
Who else?
I don't know.
Anyone.
I just want to say right now, you guys, the way you navigated your relationship and detoured around all of the issues, I couldn't tell if it was like something to aspire to as a couple or something to run away from. So where would you put that in terms of like the peace that you seem to have despite it all?
It's an incredibly healthy marriage, and there's no toxicity at all.
It's a blueprint.
No issues.
No, yeah, I guess that's the central idea, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
do you judge?
Kind of how you're supposed to contemplate it, I think.
Yeah, do you judge their happiness even though it's completely fucked up? Maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe not.
But if you're happy, who cares how you became happy, right?
Exactly.
Oh, wait, you're doing it
Wow,
again.
you're doing it again right now.
She's doing
They're
it
like, I don't
again.
know if I should agree with this or not. The Genaissance, the Jennifer Coolidge of it all, and just seeing her has been a pleasure to watch throughout award season. I wonder, from your perspective, what's your takeaway from encountering Miss Coolidge?
Well, she's just the kindest, loveliest, smartest, funniest woman that we know. So we just loved being
I never
around
met
her.
her, but she seemed... No, joke.
Still haven't. Yeah. Is she here? No? Maybe this could be
She
the first
wouldn't know who I was.
No idea.
She's like, were you one of the waiters? Very nice, very talented, very nice.
Yeah, for sure. When it comes to this thing shooting in Italy, I know you've probably been asked this 1,000 times, but it feels like an exotic experience. How much downtime was there? How much time to kind of get out there, enjoy the food, be about the place?
There was plenty. There was, plenty of wine, plenty of fine dining. And at the end of each evening, we had this kind of White Lotus tradition, and we all threw our keys in and just saw what happened.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
As you
Every
do.
night without fail.
Every Thursday.
It was the one constant, yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Good to know all the inside stuff.
Everything else was changing all the time, but not
Hey.
that.
Really, really impressive on both of your parts. Thank you so much
I
for
love you
giving us
guys.
some time.
Thank you so
Congratulations.
much. It was such a
Have a
great
good night today.
performance. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Okay, so I'm confused about the relationship advice.
I know.
Do you take it or not?
They were so happy, though. But it was so bad.
If sort of general happiness is the goal, maybe it works. I don't know.
Yeah.
Great to talk to them. And again, let's talk about Jennifer Coolidge. She's nominated tonight as well. We've seen incredible speeches, the Golden Globes, and down the line as she's gone. Jennifer Coolidge having such a great moment. I can't wait to see what's next. She had some ideas that went viral in one of the red carpet interviews last time. So if we get her here today, we'll see what else she has in store.
I just always go back to Legally Blonde with Jennifer Coolidge and just think about how I loved her so much and kind of tucked her away in my mental.
Sure, right.
And now she's like popped back out in full form. And it's crazy. I literally just watched her on a different Netflix show, The Watcher.
Right.
She was the real estate agent on The Watcher.
Right.
And every time I'm just like, why do I love you? You're saying the wildest, craziest things right now.
She brings, there's literally one of a kind. There's no one else like her. There's no doubt about that. And yeah, she brings something special every single time. The Legally Blonde part, I want to get an update on Legally Blonde 3, where we're at,
All the
if
things.
it's happening, other details, and all of that. So if she rolls through, that's actually, I'm going to start with that.
Right,
Be my
start
number one
with it.
question.
Start with it. And the thing I love about this is that it's so cross-platform, like TV and movies here at the
Here at
SAG.
the SAG Awards,
You don't get that at too many shows, and you're able to just to see that cross-pollination even more, and people get really excited about seeing their TV movie friends.
To set the stage a little bit for you, we're here right past the entrance where the celebrities, the actors, the nominees show up, they're photographed, and they make their way down the carpet, hit with us, and then on down the line they go. And one thing that I love about being here near this spot is we can see those reunions happening. We get to see people mingling and meeting and talking and catching up they haven't in a long time.
What I love, Jeremy, is the fact that we're inside and not subject to the elements.
Exactly
That is a great time.
That's exactly right. You're seeing there a little bit of the arrivals area and the photograph area where people first come. And
So
what
fun.
an amazing dress we have
Yeah.
there. And we'll, of course, on People and all the People platforms tonight and tomorrow, you can check them out, people.com, for the fashion recap.
Yeah,
the
and
fashion
people are
breakdown.
going to really step out again inside, so they don't have to deal with the weather that LA experienced this weekend.
Don't have to worry about any of that.
Rain and snow
Yeah.
in Los Angeles.
Hey, can I just bring up again that stunt award went to Top Gun Maverick, and I'm so excited about it. Top Gun, of course, one of the best movies of the year, one of the biggest box office movies of the year, and making its way, crossing that line that so often doesn't happen with award season of a movie that everyone watched and loved.
Blockbuster.
And it's getting the awards acknowledgement, which is a rare thing. So cool to see that happen earlier. Of course, all the awards for all the nominees will be coming out around 8 p.m. Eastern tonight
Who
on
you
the SAG
gunning
Awards.
for? Speaking
I'm
of
gunning
Top
for
Gun.
Colin Farrell. I'm a big fan of Colin Farrell.
Banshees of Inisherin.
Banshees of Inisherin, him and Brendan Gleeson reteaming, for the first time since In Bruges so many years ago.
Yeah.
And what I loved about it so much, Banshees of Inisherin, if you haven't watched it, you can stream it today after you watch this show and then the SAG Awards.
If you're weird about fingers, don't watch it.
Yeah, right. It's just an incredible performance from him and a kind of a soft, vulnerable character. Loved it. Wait, Stephanie Chau here? I'm here.
Wait, what?
Somebody told me.
We have
I'm
somebody
hearing
coming
that
up.
we got Stephanie Chau
Almost.
on her way.
But yeah, no, Banshee the Finishing Unit, so well acted. The cinematography, so amazing.
Yep.
It also freaked me out, Jeremy. I told you.
There were some dark comedic moments and then just some dark moments.
Yeah.
But you know, Irish countryside, a nice Irish pub, never let anyone astray.
Absolutely. And then another big one that everyone's talking about this season is The Fabelmans, right?
Yep.
Steven Spielberg's kind of like
semi-autobiographical
life story.
Yep.
It is just really like well done, well shot, of course.
Yep.
But also it gives you that Hollywood story that we always like to have in our pocket around award season, right? The movie about movies.
Yep, that's right.
So good.
Michelle Williams, so incredible as the mother, Paul Dano as the father, and then Seth Rogen as friend of the family. Michelle nominated here tonight, and many other nominees from The Fabelmans. It is just one of those movies that became intriguing to me because I knew it was this look into Steven Spielberg's upbringing.
Who doesn't want to see that?
Right. And to speak of him, Steven Spielberg, there's these weird crossovers throughout award season. Steven Spielberg is in the mix for award season, and then you have Huy Quan in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Of course, Huy and Steven worked back in the day on Indiana Jones, and all these really great moments that were shared between them throughout all the other stops, and we'll probably see more of that here tonight as everyone mingles around and mixes in the room.
It's just so exciting. And then we have like people like Danielle Deadwyler, who is just a belle of the ball, really is, and getting her due as well. Like, you know, with the SAG Awards, this is like a role that so many people said, "Ugh." I know from like, you know, interviewing, like how are we going to do it? How are we going to handle the story of Emmett Till? And for her to take it and do with it what she did, and it was really his mom's story of just how she coped in that moment and made sure that it wasn't in vain.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
know?
And you look on down the list, another movie, The Whale, Brendan Fraser getting so much attention and love ever since it debuted back during the festival circuit, and has been continuing to receive accolades along the way. Brendan Fraser, very emotional.
I hope we get him
so many times.
My goodness.
As he's made his way through. But how about Stephanie Chau?
Oh, and now we have Stephanie Chau. Hi.
Hi, it's us right there.
Look at us.
We're
All
matching
here.
on accident.
Oh my God.
But it worked.
Yeah.
I love here.
I love the selfie moment on the live.
You know, I just watched.
Thank you.
I think it was your audition tape that went viral.
Yeah.
I was late to the game, but it was so cool to watch. You guys should check it out after this. You can look it up. But when you look back at that audition tape, and now knowing what this all would become, what goes through your mind when you see that?
This year has been completely life-changing, but the thing that has made me the most proud is getting to be on this ride with people and collaborators I love so much, my friends. When I saw that audition tape, the first thing I thought was like, oh my gosh, I guess I really understood this movie, and I'm weird, which I've always
like
known.
the fact that you just got it from a quick
unhinged.
flash of the script.
Yeah, totally. But also, I think what it really makes me recognize is that I was able to do that and bring all of me because the Daniels cultivate such an incredible creative and collaborative space. So I was able to be fearless because they gave me a space to be fearless. Also, this is Tally. She plays Becky. She plays my girlfriend in the film.
Hi, I'm Tally. How's it going? Nice
How's
to
this
meet
roller
you.
coaster been for you?
This last year?
Yeah.
It's been so gratifying because I think also, like, as soon as anyone who read the screenplay and committed themselves to the project knew that it was something really, really profound. So then getting to see, like, this thing that we made, like, snowball into something that's so emotional, like getting to talk with people about it. It's not like talking about anything else. It's like you go deep right away.
Also,
so
fun
it's been
fact.
profound.
Also, fun fact is that Tally and I met each other in New York in the downtown theater scene before I even met the Daniels.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Then when I found out I was doing Everything Everywhere, I found out that Tally and the Daniels went to college together.
That's right.
Really? So then they asked me if I had a girlfriend I wanted to choose for the movie, and I said Tally.
So it all
worked.
And now here we are. And we're going to see you at the after party.
Now we're at the SAG Awards.
We're going to have a fun time. They're pulling you down the carpet. Thank you so much.
God.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Thank
I've
you
been
so
saying
much.
that
Thank you.
every time I get stressed out. I'm like, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Have fun tonight. I think we have Hung Chau coming
Hi.
in. Hi, Hung Chau.
How are you?
How are you? I'm Jeremy. Pleasure to see you.
Oh my goodness, you look beautiful. I love your earrings as well. They're so gorgeous.
So we were just speaking of The Whale. We were talking about the incredible nature of the moment that this movie has brought about. For you, how do you sum up the past year, the past 2 years?
It's just been a really special time for a lot of reasons. I became a mother, and our story deals a lot with that relationship between parent and child. It was so touching, and I feel like it's resonated with a lot of people for difficult reasons.
I also heard that Brendan Fraser left a little gift bag for you at the first table read. Was it what was that about?
He just heard that I was a new mother and wanted to give me a little gift for her, and it was so sweet.
Really
she
sweet.
Still carries the little bear around. We named him Brendan Fraser Bear. It's really creative.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love that. That's fantastic.
And how is that? How is she? How's everything going?
She has so much energy. My parents said that I was a very mellow baby when I was young. She is not mellow. I don't know where she came from, but she's not mellow.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I have a little one at home too. So.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. You look so good. Make it down the car. Who is it? I'm sorry, just really quickly.
Oh, this is a couture dress by Fendi.
Oh, wow.
Well, there you go.
Very nice.
You
Great.
look
Thank
amazing.
you so much. It's a pleasure to speak to you. Congrats on everything. Have a good night tonight.
Have a good night.
Right. So there you go. I mean, Brendan Fraser gives you a little gift. You name it after him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The Brendan Fraser Bear. Oh, the cast of the Bear.
The cast
making their way in. Hello.
You're a good girl.
How's everyone?
Okay. Amazing.
Yeah.
So happy to be here.
Okay, you came in with a wave of energy here.
Come on, guys.
So talk to us about
wow.
it. How is it all feeling? How sum up this experience? Look, we've got stars, we've got lights, we got cameras for people that would never be in this moment. What's it
One
feeling?
of the best moments to have, where you're being supported by your fellow artists. That's the highest compliment we could have, being here.
Totally. To be around SAG members and AFTRA members, SAG AFTRA members.
Every hyphenate. You got
all
it.
the members. Yeah.
That's right.
They're all beautiful. GA in
Double
there.
GA's in there. We got a PGA.
I gotta say, the one thing about watching the show, to everyone, it was one of those shows that did you watch? Have you seen this? Have you watched? And it just spread like wildfire. But it was that idea that wow, it's that intense. I had no idea that industry, that craft.
Yeah.
Has it changed at all? Like when we all go out to dinner, like have you taken note and brought that?
I think it's hard not to. I think we've also been really lucky to be embraced by the restaurant industry. They really let us in. A lot of us have done training at restaurants, and it's nice to get maybe an extra free appetizer that you weren't expecting when you go in.
That's nice.
But yeah, Jeremy said this, and I think it's so true. Every restaurant is a miracle. It's so intense and amazing that these places survive and feed us, and yeah.
I feel like it's one of those things that after this, you get a little glimpse. It's I'm never sending a dish back. Look, these people are putting too much effort.
Ever.
I'm never going to complain. I'm just going to let it go. Either that, or maybe you become more particular.
I just feel also that we're shining a light on the hospitality industry.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can be more mindful of how we take care of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a pleasure to talk to all of you. Congratulations.
Thank you
for
so
stopping
much.
by. Have fun in there tonight.
Oh my gosh.
And congrats in advance on all the stuff and all the
Seriously,
things.
have so much fun. We'll see you
a
guys
good
in there.
Okay.
Oh.
So it's making me hungry, by the way.
I know.
More Abbott Elementary. Tyler James Williams.
Oh, Tyler James Williams. I hear he's here. Yep, there he goes.
We had this moment at the Emmys where, hello.
Hello.
How are we doing? Well, let's have you step right
Tyler,
on up.
step on up, please.
Step on up. Looking good. Thank you. Let's start with the looks. Should we start there? What do we got?
Oh, Rodarte, custom, as you can tell.
Looking good.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thrash Bespoke, custom as well.
Nice.
I love that suit, man.
Well,
Those
you
credits.
guys are doing it moving. NAACP Awards last night, SAG Awards tonight. How's award season treating you? And because this has been going since September, I feel like.
Yeah.
It really feels like it hasn't stopped. It's crazy that this is still on. This is about season 1 because it feels like it just never really stopped, and we rolled right into 2.
Shooting.
We just finished season 2.
Yeah.
So we've been talking a lot about this show that we love, but it's been a long ride. Yeah.
You've been busy too. You got this. You got some other stuff. You're doing shows everywhere I turn on the TV. It's whoa, she's doing that too.
I mean, you try to stay employed, and
riding that wave.
Yeah, I'm going back on the road doing stand up, and my game show is still out there. I'm hosting things. So, people are calling.
Yeah.
Gotta get the people what they want.
That's right. That's a good place to be. Good problem.
Yes.
Right,
yes.
Right.
So, yes, we are celebrating season 1 still because that's how this cycle works.
Yeah.
But tell us about season 2. What was one of your highlights, and what was that rap party like? Because you threw it out there that it happened. What is a rap party?
I don't remember. I just remember the rap party.
Oh, a lot of the highlights from season 2, y'all haven't even seen yet.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part. It's like, we've been talking about season 1, and we know what's coming for 2, and like, you know, it's sometimes hard not to like let that leak out.
We haven't seen a kiss, though. We've seen a kiss.
Then, yeah, you must be caught up. Then, yeah, you must be caught up on the episode.
Okay, we don't have to say any more about that.
That's all I got to say on
We don't
that.
have to say any more about that.
That's all I got to say on that.
How's that rap party?
Okay.
It was a good time.
Hey, can we do our one last thing real quick? Can we do our one last thing
One
real
last
quick?
thing, one last thing.
Every People
All right.
magazine ends with one last thing. The
You
last
guys
time
are
you did some
game.
stuff. Here we go. Some
So,
random
pick one
rap
out of
back
there.
here.
Hey, what is it?
It's one last thing. You're gonna pick it out of there. You're gonna read it, and then you are going to answer first thing that comes to your mind. You can hand that next.
This is a brilliant gimmick, and we're super committed
We're
to it.
going to the next one.
There
We're
we
so
go.
committed.
Last guilty pleasure. Reality TV. Yeah.
Anything in particular?
What show?
Yeah, it was that Love Is Blind reunion. It was messy, and I wanted to know what happened.
It's like you can't stop looking at the train wreck.
Red
Right?
carpet. Had no idea.
I wanted to know. Yeah.
This says, last time you were impressed. Last night, Queen Latifah, first time I've met her in person. I've always been impressed with her, but just seeing her in person, and she never has a bad hair day. She never has a bad outfit moment. She is the moment, and so I was very impressed.
Wait, do you remember the conversation? Was there anything that stuck out?
With her, that she knew who I was and liked me as well. So that made my day.
I love it. Well, we know who you
Take
are.
those
We
from me if you
love
want.
you. We're
Thank
so
you.
excited for
Thank
you
you, Captain,
guys.
for you.
Have a best
Appreciate
time
you.
in there. Oh my goodness.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you guys
Good
at that
to
party.
Okay, so here we go. Okay, our one last thing. I think it's working.
I think it's working.
We got some amazing stories out of that.
Okay.
Mr.
They haven't
Bob
gotten to the
Odenkirk is
trick
here.
questions yet.
Hello, sir. No.
Odenkirk.
We will
Not at
stop everything
all.
for you.
You could never interrupt. Wow.
So we were just talking to your cast members earlier.
Oh yeah.
Did you have fun?
We did we had a great time, and everybody's talking about that they're missing you, and they're sad to say goodbye. They're sad to walk away from this series. And I would, as things kind of move forward into different things, how do you feel about it?
Oh my God, we are friends for life. That cast. Ray Seahorn, Patrick Fabian, Michael Mando, John Banks, Giancarlo Esposito, Tony Dalton. Oh my God. I mean, we spent such intense time together. And we also shared a house, 3 of us did, for 4 of the years we shot that show. And so we're friends for life, and I love them so much. I can't wait to get in there and have a few drinks and have some laughs.
Well, they all love you, but what about lawyers? What about the legal community? How do they feel about you?
Lawyers love me, and I don't know why. They shouldn't. Saul is not a good man.
PR move.
But they absolutely love him.
Yeah. And now moving forward, you've already got another show in the works, I understand, with AMC.
We shot it. Lucky Hank.
Lucky Hank.
Comes out on AMC on the 19th of March. Okay. And it's quite a different show from Saul. It's comedy. And it's lighter, and I love that cast too. Sure. And an amazing group of people who you'll recognize.
Nice.
Cedric Bader, Cedric Yarbrough, Suzanne Cryer, great people who you'll recognize from so many shows, and we had a great time. I can't wait for you to see it. Very fun, lighter than Saul.
Okay, lighter than Saul.
Changing it up.
Well, speaking of lighter and changing it up, we got one last thing for you. We're going to grab this on over here, and we want you to pull one out.
It's a scary
read
bucket
it,
of questions.
And then it's the last time you blah, blah, blah.
Last time you faced your fears.
Oh, boy.
Okay. What was it I did? Well, I suppose it was... I was on the shed of my outdoor shed, changing a light bulb upside down, and my wife looks at me and goes, "You want me to help?" And I go, "This shed is not made for one person.
Much less two.
Much less two. Let's just have one of us die today changing a light bulb."
Wait, how do you end up upside? I can't even figure it out.
How many award-winning actors does it take to change a light bulb? I had to do it. Does it take to change a light bulb?
The bulb doesn't. It's one of those 2-pronged bulbs. You have to go up in there. It was impossible and so wrong. And if I died doing it, I'd be so
No,
embarrassed.
Bob, I have a guy for that. Don't do that anymore.
Yeah. Hey, such a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you
so much. Congrats on everything.
Oh, congrats.
Have fun tonight.
Thank you. So funny.
How many award-winning actors does it take to change a light bulb? I think you got it changed, right? We didn't hear the end of the story.
He's here.
He's here,
so he got it changed.
and apparently the light bulb is changed. Excited to see that he is moving forward and doing things with AMC, and that he's changing it up with a comedy.
Yeah.
Bob Odenkirk is beloved by. He gets so many nominations, and I'm just happy as a fan to see him moving forward.
Yeah. I really wanted to know because I have lawyer friends. I'm like, what do they say about this show?
How about John and Sabrina from The White Lotus?
John and Sabrina.
Well, hello.
From The White Lotus. Hello.
Man, I don't know about this guy.
So
I don't
amazing.
know. Hey, looking great. Looking
You
great.
know what? In a court of law, you'd never be able to convict. Hi.
Hi, I'm Janine.
Hi, Janine.
I'm sorry.
I love that.
Taking
Wait, the opening line that sums up. Hi, how are you? I'm Jeremy. Pleasure to talk to you. Sabrina, great to see you. He says, in a court of law, you'd never be able to convict, and that sums up the end of White Lotus, I think. That's kind of where we're at. He's a free man. Here he is.
What's going on?
Don't tell me. You tell me. I'm just. It's your world. I'm just passing through.
Hey, how great was it? I mean, I know there was a lot of hard work. End of the day, you're hanging in Italy. You're in the sights, the sounds, the food. Sicily. Yes, that's right. Distinction. Give me just a summation of just the day in the life.
The day? Sorry, what did
a day in, I'm so sorry, I did it again.
How was our life? The day, every day in our life.
Can
you translate?
And your place.
We would go out and
Sorry, guys,
granitas.
I am a bit jet lagged. I don't know where I am.
No, and I don't speak Italian. I don't know what to do. How great is Italy?
This is
Italy is great, but here is greater.
Okay.
I mean, I feel so good to be here. I feel so happy to be here. So I'm not thinking about Italy now. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm living in the moment, y'all.
Now, wait a minute.
Yes, exactly.
The thing is, we would wake up in the morning, and if Sabrina was free, we would go have granitas.
That's true. Granita is the most amazing, sensual experience.
You can't find it here. You can't find it anywhere. Only in Sicily.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like a sorbet.
Melting sorbet, like ice
But
fruit. With
people have it for
whipped
breakfast
cream.
there.
Incredible.
Oh my God, I need this right now.
The Jennifer Coolidge of it all. Sum up your time working together. What's the magic?
Jennifer throws diamonds, right?
Yes, yes.
She just throws diamonds
Yes.
all over everybody she works with. So
Yes, yeah, she is the magic and she creates the magic, and actually us all together, we had something very special between us going on. So things were really happening in a magic way every day.
it was a life-changing experience.
Sure.
Absolutely, it
Yeah.
was so profound, and I'm sure there's a lot of hyperbole when these kind of things happen, but seriously, this was incredible.
Well, thank you for giving us such an enjoyable viewership, television watching experience.
Seriously,
Truly
you guys.
a joy. It was so fun. We all had fun because of you.
Bearing it all.
We're
bearing
blessed.
it all. And bearing it all.
We're very much, yes, wait, most of it. Anyway.
Well, literally kind of bearing it all. Because
It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have such a great day.
Thank you.
You're so beautiful.
Oh, as are you.
Thank you so much.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Wait a second. There's even more. Are these Jennifer
Oh
Coolidge's
my
famous line? These gays are trying to kill me. And they're here. They're trying to kill all of us.
Yes,
I'm equally excited and scared, and I kind of want to run around the side of the boat to get away from you.
Oh my goodness. It looks like you're having a lot of fun together. Sum up the experience for all of you.
Yes, it was an amazing experience for us. We're from Sicily in Los Angeles. It's amazing.
È meraviglioso, è tutto meraviglioso.
Whatever he said sounded great. Sounded amazing. Sounded, I want some nice red wine. We were just asking about the Jennifer Coolidge of it all and what magic she brings. How do you sum it up? What is it?
About Jennifer, she's all together for us. Jennifer, she's a child and very sexy. She's tragic and comedy. She's fragile and strong. She's a genius.
She's a diva.
Goddess. Yes. Anita Ekberg for us is like a Fellini woman.
Yeah.
We love
so
her.
Excited.
I know.
This is the
I want
best
to go
endorsement
rewatch.
ever. Put this on her reel.
I need to go rewatch this. So you guys, on that boat, take me into that shoot day. Like, what was that like? How long did it take on the yacht? All of the things. Because this was the seminal. This is it. we lost our Coolidge.
Yeah.
Spoiler, you should have watched by now.
Yeah, it was a long time on boat, and Jennifer, she was so great because she's sick on the boat, you know, and she
literally was seasick.
Yes, she got
Oh my
a little
gosh.
bit. And you don't look like that, you know, she's amazing. And no, she's fantastic. What?
For one day, all day, for all day on the boat.
Yeah. Wow. It's incredible. Well, guys, it's such a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank
you look.
you.
Wait, let's talk about the look. What do we have?
Cavalli.
Okay, very nice.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Was this? I mean, right away you saw it and you were like, "This is the one."
So,
This was first choice. It was like, "There's no way you can't wear this." Right?
the wings.
The wings.
Yeah.
It's incredible. What do you have?
Valentino.
Valentino.
Valentino. Ce l'abbiamo uguali.
You look amazing.
And I have to tell you, Emily in Paris as well. You are just
Oh, thank you
such
so much.
a sweetheart on that show. I love it. I was like, he has kind eyes. I love this.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Have fun tonight.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
guys.
Ciao.
Beautiful, bye.
There we go.
Have a blast. Oh, I love that.
Man, White Lotus. Everybody.
The sweetest, deadly trio.
They're as happy as I that's right. They're as happy as I wanted them to be,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah,
enjoying the ride and loving what they're doing.
And
The yellow. Looking incredible. I got to tell you that one of my favorite things about the night, and you do this every award show this whole season, the color is popping, and we see that there. We've seen it with several looks throughout the night. You got to bring it. You got to bring it.
Well, I feel like color pop is what it is. I mean, look at this. Look at what we're looking at right now. Like, just bring that light. You know, we are, I feel like you can't say it anymore, but post-pandemic, but
We can say it.
we can say it now, right?
Yeah,
It's been a while.
Past the,
People are
past
like,
the
what was
intensity. Past the
But,
intensity.
Yeah, like I feel like we want color, we want vibrancy, we want, you know, life, and bring it to the red carpet.
You know
of
who
all
brings
places.
vibrancy in life? Miss Fran Drescher. Look at that.
Yes.
Fran Drescher,
Good.
the reigning queen of SAG, of the Screen Actors Guild.
Yes.
And we talked to her back at the Grammys just a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
She was very excited, looking forward to tonight, and of course, like welcoming everyone in.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, the Screen Actors Guild does so much work for actors throughout the year. Actors in terms of everything from medical care to many other things.
And a lot of the ones you don't see here,
Right.
actors that are like really filling out those scenes. Like when you look in the back, those are all working actors who need health care,
Sure.
who need support, who need all different types of services. And the Screen Actors Guild and SAG-AFTRA, that's who's there for
Sure.
that. That's where they lean.
That's absolutely right. We saw Niecy Nash a little bit ago, and has she made her way?
Yeah.
Niecy Nash,
She came,
hello.
She came from the turn.
Hey,
Hi, how are you?
Hello. Great to see you both. How are you?
Look doing good. It's date night.
Yes, it is.
How are you doing?
So great.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
And talk about.
You look great.
Absolutely, you both do. Okay.
Great.
Okay, right there. Got the bow tie. Tell us about the look.
Oh, I'm wearing custom Vera Wang oats, and my babe is in Dolce & Gabbana.
As you do when you're excellent.
Being acknowledged for a piece of work that was just so intense. Dahmer. Everybody's has a reaction. You were so good, and you're the part that you played and the way you brought it to life and the compassion and all the different things. And I read that you said that you would pray for Evan Peters.
I did, yeah.
Because he was diving so deep and dark.
Yeah, the work was so heavy, and I saw him wearing it, and I wanted him to be okay, mentally and emotionally. So sometimes you gotta turn to the person upstairs to help you out.
That's exactly right.
Well, what has been your reaction to the reaction? You did your thing on screen, but just the way that, how scary that is to be in that situation and to be able to see it the way we've never seen it before.
Well, one, I'm grateful that you got to get to know other people in the story besides Jeffrey Dahmer. And I'm also grateful for my community, my peers, to see me differently, and know that I'm more than just a funny girl. I can do more than one thing. I got a couple of tricks up my sleeve.
Absolutely.
Hey, what's coming up next for you two? This is a date night. What are you excited about this moving forward?
I'm excited about the show that we're working on next month.
Right, we're doing Don't Forget the Lyrics, and we're gonna actually shoot it this season in Ireland.
Yeah.
wow,
So I'm hosting, Jessica's in the band. We're gonna have a good time.
Have an amazing
time.
Wait, real quick. I just saw The Rock. Don't be fooled by The Rock. Oh my goodness.
Bling bling.
Yeah.
She's married now.
That's right. Let it be known.
Let it be known. You guys, oh my goodness, congratulations. Have the best time in there.
Pleasure to talk to you. Congrats on everything. Have fun in Ireland.
Thank you
I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right, so they're going to Ireland. Hopefully they saw Banshees of Inisherin.
I know.
To get a little taste of the Irish countryside, kind of what things can be like. So we've got, I
Oh
think
gosh,
Jessica
it's getting
Chastain
really
has arrived.
exciting down there, you guys. People are rolling in. I don't know if you saw, but there was a Zendaya sighting.
There was a Zendaya sighting. Jessica Chastain
Jessica
sighting.
Chastain is here looking gorgeous.
amazing.
I mean, pink and purple are kind of having a moment.
Once again, you were on trend. She knew. We don't know how, but she knew. No, you're always on trend. What are we talking about? You know what's going on. Jessica Chastain has had such an incredible couple, 2-3 years here, from Tammy Faye to now George and Tammy. So I can't wait to talk to her. Hopefully she has time to stop by here. One of the leading nominees yet again. It's like Jessica Chastain if she knows anything, it's award season.
Yeah.
And how to take on roles and bring out performances that get that kind of acknowledgement. Maybe she'll circle back.
There she goes. She is also rocking, I have to say, just give me a style moment, the pompadour, like the high hair, which is back. You guys, all you millennials, we can do it again.
It is back. It is back. Hey, that one of many things that are coming back from that era, right? Like the style is back, and she looks amazing. She had an incredible performance. We'll see if that's honored. Barry Keoghan here from Banshees of Inisherin.
Oh my gosh, he was so great, with such a dark through line to his character, but he brought this levity to it, and he has a very interesting backstory as well, right, Jeremy?
He does. He's spent a great deal of time in foster care growing up. He's opened up about this, the journey he's been on. That's gotten a lot of attention as he's rose to fame because of this movie. And look at him styling.
I mean,
one of the best suits of the night. If not, I'm going to say it, maybe the best. That means a lot coming from me, everybody.
All white, very crisp, very clean.
What's incredible, just had...
and swaggy, I must say. I'm going to put that out there.
Just had a baby boy, him and his wife, or a little bit ago, a few months ago, and Colin Farrell, they call him Uncle Colin.
Colin Farrell in that movie, I hadn't seen him like that. Maybe I need to dig deeper into the archives, but he is he's recognizable, but like character-wise, he's unrecognizable.
Tonally, Colin Farrell did something that was really special, and, and that's why he's been awarded Golden Globes and throughout award season, as people acknowledge the great deal of work he did to be something that was very unique to that character.
Yeah.
I think we have, we mentioned Fran Drescher. I believe she's going to circle back here for us as well.
In a second. The flashy girl from Flushing.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go. Miss Fran Drescher, a pleasure to see you again. No, it's great to see you.
Oh, nice to see you both.
Oh, yeah.
Smell of the ball, shining and sparkling. Tell us about the look tonight.
This is Naeem Khan, and, I just feel like it's old Hollywood glamour, and I was so excited to wear it.
Oh my goodness. Well, we celebrate the glamour and all of the beauty and the talent, but this is also about the work that SAG is doing, right? And that SAG AFTRA does behind the scenes. So tell us a little bit about that. Like, what's a day in the life of not actress Fran Drescher, SAG Fran Drescher?
Yes, President Drescher.
President and Queen.
President Drescher. That's what they call me.
Yeah.
Well, we represent 7 careers, and everybody has their own special needs. But I feel like we're crossing things off the list. We partnered in a very positive way with IMDb, and now our members can decide how they want to be described in their profile, from age to gender fluidity. All of that is a very positive thing, and our seniors now have a much better supplemental, and so we're just trying to check things off, and now we're ramping up for a really big negotiation.
Ooh,
very exciting stuff. And we talked to you just a couple weeks ago at the Grammys. I know you're out and about, you're doing the awards circuit, but the SAG Awards knows how to honor some people, also knows how to party, I believe. Give us a little glimpse. I mean, the after party that People sponsors is always a very big deal.
Yeah, well, last year we actually didn't have an after party because of COVID, but this year I think everybody felt like, come on, let's partay. Yeah, so it'll be fun. After the award ceremony, we all are going to go into, I think it's the lobby.
Yeah.
Well, do you ever get like the random A-lister that's like, yay, okay, so about my healthcare, Fran, can you, I need to, like, does that happen?
It really does happen. I got a call from Barbara Streisand. Why aren't I covered on Jim's healthcare anymore?
Are you kidding?
See, there you go.
I am not kidding, bless her
It's
heart.
clerical questions coming through. Like, look, I see the paperwork here. I got something in the mail. Barbara Streisand calls you. Incredible. That's so funny.
I know.
I know you can't say favorites, but maybe a couple of the movies that you really loved this year. Anything stick out to you? I know it's kind of on the spot a little bit, but I know, again, you can't weigh in too much. You got to stay neutral, but I know you love some movies.
I want to know what Fran likes.
Well, you know, the thing about me is I need to have movies that make me feel, you know, happy and not stressed. Because I have enough stress in my life being the president of SAG AFTRA.
Well, with Baz texting you, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Exactly. So I did enjoy The Fabelmans because it didn't, you know, get my heart pumping, and it was just a very sweet, nostalgic movie. But having said that, you know, all the talent is amazing, and I think just to be nominated is a winning thing. Yeah. They always say that, but I do honestly believe that. It's not, you know, it's just everybody's great, and everybody deserves to be
And
honored.
especially here, because it's your peers who nominated you. But we have one last thing for you, okay?
Okay, it's a bucket
Literally
of random
one last
questions.
thing.
Get
You have
ready.
to reach in, pull one out, read it, and answer the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay. Got it there. Drum roll, please.
Last time you were injured.
Oh.
My God. I was in front of my freezer. I opened the freezer door, and out came this heavy frozen thing that fell right on my toe.
No.
Thought I was going to die. Toenail turned black. Now it's almost all grown out.
Is this
thank God.
recent?
Well,
A
like
couple
6 months ago,
Okay.
but it
Takes forever.
So it's still there.
And you're in heels.
I know. Well, but they're closed toe.
They're close. The Toenail Chronicles of Fran Drescher, live right here. Hey, thank you for sharing that.
Thank
That's a
you
great
so
story. And the
much.
Barbara Streisand thing, I'll never get over it.
That's seared into my mind. Thank you. Have
It's a
the
pleasure to
best
see you, as
time.
always.
My pleasure.
Have
And
fun
you put
tonight.
on a
See
good
later.
party.
Thank you.
We'll see you later. Okay.
Love Fran.
So Barbara Streisand calls her up with a health insurance
What's going
question.
on with my healthcare?
It's fantastic. So much going on.
A lot.
We got a lot of people showing up. We said this, right? We talked about it. We had Fran. Did we have Cate Blanchett yet? Have we talked about Tar? Have we even mentioned it
Tar,
on this
we have
entire
not
live
mentioned
show?
it.
One of the I said this once before. I'm going to say it again. Tour de force. Cate Blanchett in Tar, unbelievable. Speaking of a tour de force, Sally Field is here.
Sally
Hello.
Field, hi. Hi. Oh my God, hi. Okay.
How are you?
Can you tell us my first time meeting Sally Field?
Fantastic.
You are just amazing, and I am so excited that the SAG realized that. The SAGs realized that enough tonight to honor you the way they're going to honor you. How do you feel?
Fine. How do you feel?
I'm so excited. Like, I'm just having, like, you know, movies of my life going through my head right now that all had you in it.
A lot of good movies this year.
Yeah.
When it comes to the award shows, the things that happen, talk about the significance of the Screen Actors Guild Awards and how that is unique in the whole, you know, sort of the onslaught of award shows that go on. Being honored by your peers is something really special.
Yeah, I mean, it's actors, so that's why we're all here. It's because of actors, and you know, I mean, being one, I think the group you want most to be respected by are them. You know, and you want to be hired by the directors and the producers, and you want writers to think, oh, gee, I want them in this, but ultimately, you want to be respected.
Sure.
By
When it comes to a lifetime achievement, I wonder, as you look back, is there a movie of yours, if you're flipping through on a Saturday, that you'll always stop and watch?
No.
No.
Okay, well,
No,
can I give
Yeah,
you one? Steel Magnolias, because right now, that movie just meant so much to me, and I was pretty young when I watched it, but just, you were amazing. I was like, that's acting. That is what you do there. Do you have any memories of that, filming that, of that set, of anything?
Sure, I have memories of, I think almost everything I've ever done, except sometimes something will pop up and before I turn it off, and you know, in the really young days of television, where I actually do not remember saying, I don't remember being there.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember saying that. So it's like literally an out-of-body experience. But you know, it's like almost 60 years ago. So
yeah.
I'm allowed to forget some of those days.
Sure.
You're allowed all the things, Sally Field.
If I can quickly one more step in memory lane, I always think of Miss Doubtfire as just such an incredible, for me, as a cinematic experience. And thinking about working with the great Robin Williams, I wonder what comes to mind for you when you reminisce about those days.
What you think about immediately is Robin.
Yeah.
You know, there isn't a moment of it that's not filled with my love and joy at being in this presence. I mean, Robin was Robin. He was everything he seemed to be. A generous, loving, sweet, geniusly talented
Absolutely.
man. We all miss him. He should be growing old like me, for God's sakes. Hate it that he isn't here.
Surely. Yeah.
Well, one last thing for you. We have one last thing, and that is
it's a gimmick that we're fully
a gimmick
committed
that
to.
we're trying to force everyone to do. So you're going to reach
question.
in, pick one, read it, and tell us the first thing that comes to mind.
The last time I was out of my comfort zone. I'm not in my comfort zone right now.
Currently happening.
Like that.
In the moment. Well, it's such a pleasure to speak to you.
Jeremy's fault.
It was my fault, sorry. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, and
Have a great
congratulations.
night tonight. I'll take that. I'll grab that for you.
Yeah, please take that. Give it to somebody else.
I sure will.
Have
a good night. Miss Sally Field. Let's think about the SAGs. Legends. You've got legends that are receiving Lifetime Achievement Awards.
Yeah.
You've got stars from current new movies, new TV shows, and all of them will be in one sort of cozy room in just a little bit, broadcasting live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We're very excited for that.
You know, you heard my Steel Magnolias and you raised...
My eyebrows?
No, you raised your eyebrows, and then you raised me, Mrs. Doubtfire.
That's right. I mean, is it the movie of my childhood? Maybe. One of them. I don't know. But, I mean, when you look at someone like Sally Field, I can't wait to see everything they put together for her tonight in terms of the reflection of her career and the contribution she's made to cinema.
You saw me kind of freak out when she came up.
Yeah.
Just like, this is so...
But someone who's able to do it all, right? Everything from comedy to drama and everything in between, and able to do it in a way that leaves us with a memory and a mark in ways that maybe not every actor can do. It's in a way that other actors esteem too.
Yeah, and also just a light and the grace that she has. I mean, what you see on screen, that feel that you get, she has that in person. I know, because I just met her.
Still feeling it right now.
Still feeling it.
The glow is real.
But,
We're still feeling it right
look
now.
at who else is feeling it on the red carpet, though. Color.
Lots of
is
color.
Back.
And as we said earlier, guys, I'm gonna let you know again. People.com and all the People platforms is the place to be for all those fashion recaps, the breakdown of who's wearing what, and then the moments all throughout the night, even after the show. That after party's going on, just connected to the venue here, so there are always great moments that come from that you'll see on all the People platforms and Entertainment Weekly platforms as well.
Yeah,
so we're excited for that. Check it.
Oh my gosh. And also, when we're talking about this after party, I have seen videos come out of people getting down in these dresses. Like, it is one of those nights where the actors, I think it's because you can feel the energy here when they're like bumping into each other and like just talking over each other because they're so excited to see one another. It's like that at the after party too. And you might get
a little bit. I can't, and these pants are a little tight, but I'm going to try. I will tell you this, the ensemble casts have the most fun by far at that after party. You've got these full groups that honestly don't get together that often.
That's true,
and so when they are able to get together for this awards, they are all hanging and they're having the best time ever, and we all get to kind of be a part of it.
And people that don't see each other while filming.
Right.
That's the best part. It's just like, there's that movie magic that happens in Hollywood where, your schedule is in May and then they shoot the rest in June and you never actually met Jennifer Coolidge.
And my point is to bring you into this, is that you can be a part of it by checking out all the People platforms for all that stuff from inside those events throughout the night. Tonight, you'll see recaps tomorrow on all those as well. All right.
Absolutely.
So where are we? What do we got?
We have some royalty that has hit the carpet. You're seeing members of Women King make their way down, and it is just It's a moment. Viola Davis.
Wait, Jenna Ortega is
Is
here,
upon us.
I believe. They just told me, hi.
And Jenna
Come on
Ortega
over.
is
Hello,
here.
hello.
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
So good. You look beautiful.
You look amazing.
Thank you. You guys look great.
Thank you so much.
you.
All right, how do you sum it up? What's the feel? What's the vibe?
I feel a little bit better now that I'm on the carpet and I'm starting to see more familiar faces.
Yeah.
I feel like these events are always a little bit stressful walking into it, but I'm feeling good now.
Okay. You're like glam teams behind me. I got my friends on the carpet.
Yeah.
Wow. And so, what has this whirlwind been like for you? Because my son is obsessed with Wednesday, but also he's like, wait. She's not with Yes Day. That's Yes Day.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a random pool.
That's where his first situation was with Jenna Ortega. So I want to know, does it feel like a whirlwind, or is this like, yeah, this is how it should be going?
I felt like a whirlwind maybe more at the end of the year when the show initially came out. I feel like I tried to avoid the chaos as much as possible, or keep myself surrounded by people that I love and know, and I think that they kind of helped ease my nerves. And if anything, it's a bit of a whirlwind. I've felt my life change, but I think I'm more focused on my work than anything, which kind of has helped make it a bit more of a seamless transition.
Well, you changed everybody's life with some of
the
those
dance,
moves.
with that dance.
With the dance. I'm just saying.
And I can't at all. Even sad saps like me are trying it. Everybody's trying it. I can't do it.
How'd you do?
Terrible. I mean, I don't even. I mean, I can't. I'm sorry. This is dying. They're pulling you away. So sorry.
You're like, it's okay.
Hey, have
Thank
fun
you
tonight.
so
We'll see you
much.
later on, and maybe we'll work on it.
Have so much fun.
Okay. All right. Apologies, but fine.
It's okay.
We worked it out.
It's
She's going to help
not
me
okay.
out. It's not.
It's
Okay.
not
It's terrible. We're going to work it out. We're going to work it out later tonight. She's going to give me some moves and some tricks.
Yes.
Maybe I can get it together.
Yes,
But okay,
that
let's
will
just say
happen.
that for people that don't know necessarily. Sorry, I've got to fix got a little rattle.
Wednesday.
But the dance, the Wednesday
dance
Addams dance,
on
if you
Wednesday.
don't know, went viral. Everyone did it all around the world,
Yes.
and she undoubtedly is confronted with someone saying something about it
People
every
did it
single day.
underwater.
Right.
People did it on skates. People I had never seen something in so many iterations.
It was a great viral moment, and which every show dreams for that and wants that.
Yeah.
She's talked a lot about that filming experience, and man, she poured her heart and soul into that.
Yeah.
Learning the cello, learning other languages, so much grueling work from an acting perspective, and it's incredible to see her being rewarded for it.
Wow. And it's one of those characters where it's iconic and it's easy to say, like, oh, Wednesday. Okay, this is going to be yet another rendition of this, emo girl we know and love from, horror films back. But the work that she poured into it, just the little nuances, those glimmers of light in all the darkness.
Right.
She really went there.
Yeah.
So she deserves all the things.
And like you said, from Yes Day to that, she's already at a point, even this early in her career, where she's hitting different demographics, right?
Yeah.
Like our kids are kind of growing up with her all of a sudden.
Yeah.
This happens quickly.
Seriously.
Okay, what do we got? Let's
Happens quickly when you're young.
We've got Eddie Redmayne down the carpet as well. Giancarlo Esposito with the look of the night.
Hello.
Oh, well, thank you so much. How
you
are
look
you?
amazing. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Can you give us the breakdown?
Oh my gosh, Zania. This is Penman hats made for me personally by John Penman, all sewn by hand. The pants are Armani, and the shoes are Zania. How about that?
Top to bottom, dialed in.
I did a play a long time ago that said top and bottom are the most important things.
Okay.
So, the hat and your shoes.
Hat and your shoes.
And you got to go on.
There you go.
I love it. So, Better Call Saul. Oh my goodness. It's rapping. We had the cast here before. We had Bob stop by. All of that. What are your feels going into just moving on to the kaleidoscope? We'll get there, but moving on to the next.
It feels great to have been a part of a family of filmmakers, the most excellent actors you could ever imagine working with. We are a family, so it's going to be sorely missed. We have each other's rhythms in our blood, and so although things that happen spontaneously on the day change the game, we know how to listen to each other, and we know how to act and react within our family. And it's sad to let it go, but I'm happy to be here tonight to celebrate.
What a game-changing role, and obviously from your personal perspective, but just from the perspective of pop culture and fandom that will forever live. Now, moving forward, what are you excited about? What do you got your eyes on?
I'm very excited about Kaleidoscope on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's a great show for me. I spent 25 to 27 years of my life in that show. I put my heart and soul and blood into it. It's a very different show for me than what you've seen before.
It's a very different show for everyone.
For everyone. You can watch it in any order you want. I feel like I've had a great advantage to
Yeah.
be able to play two different characters within it, and I'm I'm excited to have you be able to see it now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, you've had me since school days. So I'm going to
thank
tell
you.
you.
All the way back.
But like watching Collider, it's an opus and it's amazing work.
It is
so
an opus. I'm pleased. I like to play everyman. During pandemic, I had a thought that we're all very blessed. You know, we have the lights, the camera, the action. We have the ability to be able to be in the public eye. And what about the person who's picking up the garbage outside and the postman, or someone who has their own small business who's losing?
Yeah.
And so I decided that I wanted to play an everyman. So I have a new show called Parish with AMC, which will be aired probably next season.
Nice.
And it's about an everyman, and I hope people really relate to that.
That's great. And the kind of thing that people, you have such a broad a breadth of work that people can connect to. Now let's get real. You at the after party, with this look, do you stand in the corner and let them come to you, or do you go to the party?
Oh, wow, very interesting. I always like to let the camera come to me.
Okay.
But there's so many, this is an actor's night.
Yes.
And there's so many actors who I adore, who I know, who I want to speak to and say hi, and let them know that in the last time since I've seen them, they've done incredible work. So I think it'll be a mixture of both.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll partly go to the party to say hi to people that I really go, I must say something to that person. And the rest of the time I'll hang back and wait for them to come to me.
Does anybody stick out to you? Like, I wonder one of your favorite movies or anything like that this year was it for you. Obviously, you're busy working. I don't know how much time you have.
Michelle Yeoh is, Everything Everywhere All at Once. That particular cast reminds me of our cast in Better Call Saul. They seem so in sync, and a wonderful movie, and I love the Daniel part of it as well. So if I see her, I'm running right at her.
Well, that's interesting to see that you see a similarity between, is it their camaraderie? Is it the way they seem like they got it?
When you see people at different award shows who cheer for their fellow actor, I'm cheering for her because I feel like it's time for her to get her due.
Yeah, man.
It really is. And she just lived, slept, and breathed that particular character, and I really relate.
Oh my gosh, yes. Well, we have one last thing for you.
And it's literally in a bucket.
It's one last
a bunch
thing.
of one
you're
last
gonna
thing.
pick one of these out. You're gonna read it, and you're gonna say the first thing that comes to your mind about the last thing.
Oh, okay. I like it. I like it. Last moment of gratitude. This morning, 2 a.m., getting off the plane from Atlanta, working on a movie, coming to the hotel and opening the adjoining room door to see both my daughters sleeping quietly.
Oh, man. That's fantastic.
Gratitude.
Yeah.
Total gratitude. Absolutely.
I love it.
And then leaving my attitude at the door. That is a moment
travel
of
attitude.
The travel attitude and the attitude coming here that's in expectation. I want to be in wonder and expectation that anything can happen. I don't want to think or worry that what I'd like to happen may not. And so I want to be in the moment like I am right now.
I'm a dad. I wonder what's the best part of dad life for you right now. What are you loving the most?
I'm loving to see my daughters mature. To have them find their calling in life. I have 4 daughters, and each one is in a different position in terms of where they're at and deciding what they want to do in their lives. And I'm happy to let go of my expectation of what I want and taking in their discovery of what they want. The journey is everything. It is all.
Yeah.
Well put. I'm taking that.
An
That's a good look. It is. That's good. I'll take that.
Award-winning actor, girl dad, a sharp dresser. Have a good time.
Thank you so much. Have fun tonight.
Thank you.
We'll see you in there.
So much fun.
You're wonderful, both of you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Love him. Oh my God. Spent a lot of time being terrified of him. Thanks to you.
Isn't it wild? It's one of those things where you take
That
a role
show.
like that. On Breaking Bad and then Better Call Saul, you take on roles like that, you become a nefarious character. And it's interesting, and what I think speaks such a testament to that man and what an incredible actor he is that he's able to very seamlessly break into other things and do things that he's very passionate about, like you just mentioned there, that he was inspired to do during the pandemic.
Yeah, I mentioned goodness, his Spike Lee moment that like kind of launched, I don't know if it launched his career, but it was one of his earliest films. And I'm telling you, like, you see certain actors, even in those early films, like, oh, he's got it. And that's Giancarlo.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Laura Linney here showing up in a beautiful dress. Kind of off the shelf. Look, am I going to try to do a fashion breakdown?
Yeah,
I've done it before.
Do a fashion breakdown, Jeremy.
Off the shoulder.
What's she got on?
She had some sparkle. We've seen a lot of sparkle tonight. Thank you. You're welcome.
And that'll about wrap.
By the way, the professionals at People and the fashion team will be doing the fashion wrap up that you'll see
Jeremy
online.
Parsons did not go to Parsons.
John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. Look at this couple. the pinstripe
I
suit
love
there.
a couple
on
moments.
John. Love the red dress.
And that's just so distinct with the striping and the embroidery and the color pop of the, magenta, which is the color of, I'm not going to say it anymore.
There you go. You got it. No, you're no problem. I'm like, this is real. She's doing it. She's nailing it.
It's really gorgeous.
Emily Blunt having some incredible roles. What'd they say? That's what we're going to ask.
That's the last time we get over here.
The two of them, are they the most beloved couple in Hollywood right now? I think so. For me, they are.
Definitely
Put them at the top
one.
three, right?
Definitely one of them. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
She's being honored for English today, the English, but she's also got a movie coming up with Chris Evans that I would like to ask her about, find out what's going on with that. And those two, one thing I love, the last time I talked to them was for Quiet Place 2. John tells a great story about being nervous, giving her the script to see if she would be interested, which is just such an endearing piece of their relationship that they've got such respect for each other.
That you can just be in the kitchen over dinner and be like, you're going to have to talk to my people. Honey,
not so sure.
Call Angela.
Yeah, right. But of course they did it, and it worked.
It worked well.
And his career now, as much behind the camera as in front of the camera. And
it started behind the desk.
Behind the desk, at the office. Steve Carell, another nominee tonight.
Yeah.
And we continue to see like the iterations of, the waves of The Office between him and John, and the way their careers have exploded post The Office.
Oh my goodness. Steve Carell is just, and he's another one of them that we, he cemented in our minds as this really funny guy, but he's pushing the limits of that. I mean, what he's done with the morning show, what he's done, there's levels to Steve.
There are definitely levels to Steve. We're going to be seeing, like we said, a lot more actors coming through. The show kicks off at 8 o'clock Eastern, the Screen Actors Guild Awards. And thank you, by the way, for joining us. We are live in L.A. We are doing it. The rain stopped, at least for a little bit. Yes. If you don't know, L.A. and Southern California, lots of rain, lots of storms.
Snow. In Los Angeles. That happened.
Outskirts.
So, yeah.
Still, it was in there.
That's the East Coast in him. He's just like...
Yeah. Like, come on. But some serious stuff there, but anyway, it's been great to see that kind of pare down, and now everyone's showing up for this incredible
out
award
and ready to, and that's literally what happens in LA. If there's any kind of weather, period, people are like, no, I'm not going anywhere, and once it stops, they are ready to party, and that is what tonight is.
Christina Applegate just arriving here as well. Christina Applegate, who we've been following along with her journey for the past few months. And past couple years, of course, continuing to work very hard through everything that she's going through.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, this is an actress that we, again, have grown up with. And just to watch this arc and to watch how strong she has been, all things considered, is just so amazing. And there with family as well. We love her so much, and we're just rooting for her. Wow.
So many stars arriving. As we said, the Screen Actors Guild Awards is a great mix of your favorite TV stars as well as movie stars, all hanging out in one big room. And that's the great thing about it as you watch the show and even the after shows and things, all the stuff that comes after, the way these people are able to reconnect, right? Some of my favorite parts end up being like the commercial break moments where you little cutaways of, they're hanging out, they're talking, I wonder what they're saying. Things like that give us just a little insight. For the movie buffs, for the big TV fans, it's fun to see the people that make these stories come to life have a bit of a night.
Absolutely. And it's like really, it's so glam, but it's also chill for them because they're with their friends and they're able to just stop by and, say what's up. Say, can I get in that next film?
Say what's up. Well, and as we know, some things like that definitely do happen.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
We saw it happen earlier here. If you're just tuning in, we had Jamie Lee Curtis at the top of the show, as well as Haley Lou Richardson from White Lotus. She just straight up pitched Jamie Lee.
I want you to be in the next show.
I want you to be in the next season. Will it happen? We don't know, but if it does, we're going to shamelessly take full credit, I think,
but Jamie
for
Lee
facilitating.
Curtis, talk about somebody who's busy. She has to pencil that in, right? I mean, Scream and just all these different, everything, everywhere, all at once.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, Jamie Lee Curtis, who has had an incredible career leading up to now, and as we talk to her, one of the things I love about hearing from her, she's comes from this legacy Hollywood family. She's grown up in the business, very familiar with it, has had her own incredible career that's gone through the decades. And over the past few years, we've seen Jamie Lee Curtis just have this incredible renaissance and sort of a moment of what feels like enlightenment as she talks to encourage younger actresses and younger actors to make big stands for, she was, last time I talked to her, she was very big on being passionate about aging naturally in Hollywood and how we need to project, how she hopes to project an image of honesty for younger people in terms of all those things. So there is so much, and look at this. We have Jared Hall and Wendy Noggle.
You didn't see us walking that line, but that's all right. We snuck in.
That's okay. I love it. I love it. Joining us.
It's great to see you. Okay, so here we go. The editor-in-chief of People, Wendy Noggle, and then Entertainment Weekly's executive editor, the great Jared Hall. I cannot wait to get your takes on everything that's going to happen tonight. Jared, we're going to start with you. The outstanding lead performances in film. What have we seen so far this award season? As we head into tonight's show, how do you even sum it up?
We've seen a lot of split accolades being awarded to Brendan Fraser, Austin Butler, and Colin Farrell. As the season has gone on, we've seen a little bit more of the favoritism, if we want to call it that, going toward Austin Butler. He just won at the BAFTAs. I think we are going to see him win here tonight. If he does win here, I think on March 12th, Oscars, that's who we're going to see on that stage.
But do we split it between him and Colin?
I think it's between he and Colin. Here, actually, I think it's going to be between Austin and Brendan Fraser. And those two, they've actually become such good friends out on the campaign trail at all of these award shows. So that's really been so much fun to see them kind of come together. And Austin, calling out Brendan, from up on the stage, Brendan, my friend, I love you so much. It's what a journey. Normally we see one person kind of take the lead early, and they're the name we hear all season long. And this year has been pretty unique in those regards. Yeah, it's been a volley. It's kind of been those three names, and they're all so deserving, and they're all such different performances that you can't even compare them.
What about the female actor category?
Okay, so this one, I think it's between Cate Blanchett and Michelle Yeoh. It's been another one of those that, both of them won at the Golden Globes, but it's a very different voting body. You really can't compare. We've seen Cate take the award at a lot of, recent shows, including BAFTAs, which has a lot of overlap with the acting branch of the Academy. So I think it's between the two of them. Oh gosh, it's so tough.
It's tough. It really is tough because they're all so great.
On the spot.
Michelle Yeoh.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing with tonight. That's what I'm feeling tonight.
Yeah.
I have used the words tour de force more than once tonight talking about Cate Blanchett. I'm embarrassed. I'll never say it again, but I think it does sum it up. Is it the role of her career? I mean, is it easily?
I think so. I mean, I think
that's hard.
Many years from now, when we're talking about the legacy of Cate Blanchett, Tar is one of those movies that is going to be mentioned, whether she wins and goes all the way or not. She is that fantastic. I mean, look, this is a movie that when I saw it, I thought, why have I never heard of this woman before? Because I thought it was a biopic and that she was playing a real person. She gave so much life to that, and then it made me think about all of the intricacies of her performance, that she created all of those movements, all of those motions, all of that backstory that felt like, wait, is this a story that I should have heard about before? That's how incredible she is in this movie.
Yeah.
And then quickly, cast. Who do you have for cast? Who do you have for cast? What are you thinking?
Okay.
Well,
oh my goodness.
Go for it.
I mean, I think Everything Everywhere All at Once is going to be the winner tonight. I think it's such an incredible cast performance, and you see such diversity in all of the moments in that movie, and it just is such a message of how that cast has come together and cheered each other on through this entire campaign that I think they're going to take it home tonight.
Here's what's interesting about this category is that sometimes at this show, it's a movie that may not win Best Picture or anything else, but this is a time like Black Panther won here.
Right.
Hidden Figures won here, and they didn't win anywhere else because the cast as a whole is that great. But I think Everything Everywhere All at Once has got this one.
It feels like it does. It feels like Everything Everywhere has a unique lane of momentum that we've seen from the very beginning of award season, even back to the initial, festival circuit and things like that. So it's fantastic to see the acknowledgement it's getting and the cast members just gushing about the whole thing.
Jamie Lee Curtis in those physical scenes, and then like Michelle Yeoh, what she's doing.
Those stunts and this is a movie. It's funny, on Monday's episode of the Awardist podcast, we are taking a look back at when their journey with this movie started at 2022 South by Southwest, their world premiere. They knew their movie was special, but they didn't know what was about to happen to them. And so it's so great to look back and see that innocence, really.
Yeah. And their friendship is so special. And it's so wonderful for us to see that as we're watching them go through this journey on this award season. And it makes us all root for them in such a way.
Yeah. Well, outstanding performances in television will also be honored tonight. So Jared, who should we watch in those categories?
Okay, so let's talk about comedy first, because I feel like it's easy. Abbott Elementary.
Right.
Abbott Elementary, I think, is going to take that ensemble. I think Quinta Brunson has a comedy actress. I'm going to go with, for comedy actor, do you think Jeremy Allen White for The Bear?
I think he might slip in
I think
there.
so too.
I do.
Isn't it one of those funny ones, though? It's like The Bear is not an outright comedy like Only Murders in the Building, where then you want to say, like, oh, Martin Short, who I think had an incredible season 2. Steve Martin is great. But I think it's going to be Jeremy Allen White.
Jeremy Allen White has already been acknowledged leading up to this, so it does lend toward thinking he has a better chance.
I think so, and I think it was also just such a breakout performance that was unexpected, and I think everyone this year, when we're coming back, the first time to have this gala after COVID, that you're cheering for those moments that really spoke to all of us and broke through.
Yeah, definitely. And SAG Awards, they're such a night of celebration. People back, of course, for the 25th year hosting the official post-SAG Awards Gala. We're excited for that. Set the scene for us a little bit, Wendy. What can we expect tonight? What's going on?
Well, we're so excited. Obviously, the White Lotus cast will be here. The Abbott Elementary cast will be here.
About to walk right behind
you. I mean, and so you have so many people coming out to support their peers, and it's such a special environment. It's such a celebration of acting and the craft, and so I think it's going to be a lot of energy in the room.
Well, we have been pumping it with every cast member that's come through here as the party to go to, so I'm glad to hear that it's going to be a good time.
The only one to go to. So they don't have much of a choice, but it's fine. We'll wrangle them in. We're going to have so much fun. There's so much to celebrate. It's been a fantastic year of art, and let's celebrate the stories we've all connected with, the movies that got us back in theaters, and the TV shows that helped get us through, that last leg of the pandemic.
And my prediction is Abbott Elementary is going to be the first ones out on the dance floor. What do you think? I think they're definitely
going to cut it out.
Honestly, led by Cheryl Lee Ralph.
that part.
It is one of those things where I remember in years past there have been just incredible ensembles that we've seen break it down, and all that stuff on people's platforms. You'll see the behind the scenes. Thank you both so much. It's a pleasure to see you.
Guys.
As always.
So good to see you.
We'll see you in there. I got people pulling you this way.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
All right, so we're getting closer and closer to showtime.
There's a couple fabulous colleagues.
Yes, fantastic colleagues. Screen Actors Guild Awards kicking off at 8 o'clock Eastern.
Angela Bassett, who did the thing.
Wait,
is who
is
you're
the
looking
second
at
Yellow
right
of the
now.
night?
Yeah, I think so. We had Niecy Nash, and now we have the Vision.
And one of the other great nominees of the night, the cast of Women Talking.
Hi.
A pleasure to see
Hi.
you all. How are you?
We're great. How are you? How are you guys? You look beautiful. Come in. Come closer. Fill in. Yes, give us that chartreuse.
There we go.
There we go.
Hey,
yes.
I'll tell you, it's one of the things where there is such a special acknowledgement when it comes to the SAG Awards, your peers acknowledging the work. And then when it comes to subject matter that's pretty heavy and that has a profound impact and so many people relate. What does it mean to be honored given the nature of the project?
Well, it's wonderful to be honored by your peers. And we all just want to know who Sarah Polley liked the most.
Okay. That's the running thing. Okay. All right, and that's it. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We don't know when we're going to find out. We're going to ask around. We'll ask on your behalf later. Yeah.
We'll see how this goes. No, but seriously, like when you're getting ready for it now, because we're winding down in award season, and a lot has happened. Do you still have that energy? Like what does tonight feel like? And is it because
camp coming back and we're all together again? It's so much fun. I mean, we did this movie a year and a half ago. And
the end of the roller coaster, and we all got to do it together.
Yeah.
And this is such a great experience, and I'm overjoyed. It's just so cool.
Feels like it would be very immersive, the filmmaking process, the nature of where you were, and how it was all set up. Can you speak to that a bit and just the day-to-day and how you look back on that?
You're looking at me, so I think you want to do
looking right at you.
I'm really eye-point. I'm like, oh, God. Yeah, it was a really immersive experience. I think that had a lot to do with the material, like you said, but it also had a lot to do with shooting COVID. And also because of the nature of what we were doing, we all got very close very, very quickly. And so we became like a really tight-knit, like one organism kind of unit of people. And I don't think I couldn't have done it without anyone. And I think everyone played a crucial
crucial part in the story that we told, every single person in the cast and crew.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Such an important piece of work,
you guys.
and have so much fun tonight.
Have a blast.
We'll be seeing you.
We'll see you in there on the dance floor.
So different.
Thank
You're so
you.
glam.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I do that on
I
purpose.
didn't even recognize you.
Thank you.
The costuming and the makeup, all of it.
You guys have
Hey, have a great night
great
tonight.
time.
Appreciate you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Oh, I
Women
love
Talking,
that.
one of those that one of the projects that will get a lot of attention because of award season. I think it's in some ways a bit of a sleeper that people
Yeah.
are learning about.
Yeah.
And that's one of the great things about the
Yeah.
SAG Awards and all these other award shows is you've got these projects that pop on the radar for people who may not have seen them before. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we have the amazing and wonderful Michelle
Yeoh.
Wow.
Hello.
Thank you so much for stopping by. You look stunning.
Thank you.
Oh my
I'm
God.
wearing chaperone.
Well, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Jamie Lee Curtis told us how, it happened a while ago. It took about 30 days or so, and then who knew what it was going to turn into? So how does it feel to see how it has been received, and what does it mean to you as someone we've loved watching for so many years?
Oh, thank you. I think this whole journey for us started just before the pandemic. On the day of lockdown, we finished the 38th day of shooting, which was the final day. And then it was 2 years during the pandemic when they were editing it, and last year in March, we released our baby to the world. And when you do that, it's like all that you can do, you've done, and then you put it out there and hope that the world is going to love it as much as we do. And it's been so tremendous, the global response and how it's resonated with different generations, whether it's mothers or daughters, husbands or wives. So that has been the most rewarding, I think, for all of us as the cast, because when you set out to do something, you really never know.
Sure.
But this time, and a year later, we're here.
Yeah.
So
and it's a masterpiece, and it's so unique. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye, but thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Absolutely. Have the best time.
Huy Quan is here.
And we have a co-star.
Huy Quan has made his way
who's
over.
coming right
Hello,
now.
sir.
Hi, how are you?
Great. It's great. By the way, I love the picture. You guys just posted it's in the magazine with me with a teddy bear.
There you go.
I love that photo. I love that photo.
Let me say, can I just say,
God.
you are the bright light of this award season.
Yeah.
It has brought so much joy to so many of us watching you feel so grateful for what's happening, the decades that you've spoken of where it felt like you couldn't get work, and all of a sudden this sort of highlight top of the mountain moment. Are you still able to take a moment and pause and enjoy it?
Yes. Well, I was able to meet James Cameron at the at one of these events, and he gave me some great advice. He said, "Enjoy myself. Don't take it too seriously and take it all in." And that's what I'm doing. It's a great advice. And I mean, honestly, I didn't think I would ever be here, and here I am with you, with everybody. It's incredible. So,
It is
yeah,
incredible.
yeah.
Well, you gave some great advice on the Goonies back in the day, too. You gave great advice yourself.
Oh, really? Yeah. No, this has been an incredible year for me and for our movie. It's been great.
Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye, but I love that Encino Man, Brendan Fraser, you were part of it, also part of the mix and awards. It's like this wild, we gotta go. They're pointing down the carpet, but thank you. And we're gonna talk about Encino Man later, okay?
Thank you.
Have a good night. Oh my goodness, so great.
So
it looks like we're going to have Angela Bassett here in a second. Huy Quan was in, follow me, if you don't remember, was in Encino Man with Brendan Fraser, decades ago. Yeah. And now here they are. Who would have thought two cast members from Encino Man would be leading the pack of some prestige films for award season 2023, right? It's the journey of their careers is incredible.
I loved that movie.
Right. No shade against the movie.
I watched it not too long
Just
ago.
unexpected, right.
I was moving back to California, and Doug said, what about Encino? And I was like, Encino Man? Encino?
Right. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Miss
back and
Angela
watch it.
Bassett.
And
Here she is.
now
Oh my goodness.
the
Such a
sun
pleasure. The
is
sun is
shining
shining.
in Los
That's
Angeles.
right.
After the rain.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank
so
you.
good to see
Oh, you look so good.
Thank you. So do you. So do you both.
Who is this?
Jean-Baptiste Vallier.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, you are wearing him, and you are just lighting up this award season. I have to tell you, every carpet, I saw you last night at the NAACP Awards, just stunning. You did the thing.
Angela Bassett did the thing.
Yeah, I had to. I couldn't help myself.
You gonna do a thing tonight?
I don't know. I mean, 2 times is okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna do something.
We're gonna do something. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna
Oh
do
my
something.
gosh! But just looking over this career, you know, you spoke about just having like these roles all throughout your career that have just meant so much to Black girls like me, to America as a whole. What does it feel like in this moment to have a year that everyone is saying like, about darn time?
Oh my! It feels absolutely tremendous, wonderful, and just so satisfying. So I'm really appreciative, humble, absolutely, and grateful. You know, because it's been, you know, just hanging in there, holding on, not hanging on, but holding on, having firm footing. You know.
And representing such an incredible project. And tell what does that mean to you? To be here and to stand up and let, you know, I'm sure people are coming over to you with the accolades for your performance and for the movie and what it means to them.
Oh, it means a great deal. You know, I was here maybe, 2 years ago? A couple of years ago with my castmates, and it was great. And we took home the best ensemble cast with the SAG Awards. So that was thrilling for us. And we were led, of course, by Chadwick, who was there with us in our presence that day. So it meant a lot, and it means a lot to return with this project that meant so much to him, and that he was such a delight in. So I'm just here representing.
It changed everything. It changed everything. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For your
It's a
work.
pleasure.
Thank you both.
Unfortunately, we got to say goodbye, but we'll see you a little later, maybe.
All right.
Okay.
We'll see you in
Have
there.
a good night
I feel like
tonight.
we're dancing tonight.
Doing the thing. One of the highlights of the night, and Angela Bassett certainly feels really good that she might be standing up there with the trophy in her hand.
It feels good,
Right?
and she's one of the highlights of award season. I just have to say, like, I mean, we saw all of her glory this award season. Every look. This woman is, you saw it right there. She is fit and fine.
Fit and
okay?
fine. Yeah. We got a big Oscar nomination, and
Big Oscar
coming up
nomination.
a couple weeks from now, we're going to be seeing some more from her with that as well. But tonight's show is certainly going to be fantastic to see what she ends up walking away with.
I know.
And
I know.
And who else from the world of various movies and TV
We're
shows
looking
we
down
see
the
coming
carpet
down the
because they're
carpet
getting
here.
riled up.
Julia
Things
Garner.
are still happening.
I believe Julie Garner is walking down the carpet. And
Yes.
well, look at this. Look at the dress.
Oh.
Really incredible.
Oh my, yes. It's almost as if like a mermaid, you know, bossed up and went to Bulgaria and just like swam around.
Can I get the bossed up mermaid?
Yes, please.
Got it. That's fantastic. I mean, whenever we cover fashion and I, speak to the fashion pros on the People team, there are looks that are big for the moment, and then there are looks that are a moment themselves.
Yeah.
That look is a moment itself.
A moment. A moment. I haven't seen her hair like that. Like, this is a whole new look.
Julie Garner, of course, is nominated for Inventing Anna as well as Ozark.
Oh,
Ozark, one of those
Ozark.
shows we're sad to say goodbye to. As they move on.
Wow.
Of course, Jason Bateman, we saw Laura Linney earlier, and just an incredible cast there.
What she did in that show, though, it was just, as a family member, as just a woman, as just a young woman, just trying to make it, like, I was so invested.
Look at Cate Blanchett there. I was sorry. I
No, it's fine. She's
I didn't hear the last few things because
but
Cate Blanchett caught my eye in an incredible.
Wow.
Sort of another statement moment there. In
Yes,
terms of
bring the sparkle.
The red carpet fashion.
Bring the sparkle. And the lace.
We talked
Bring the
about
sparkle
this.
and the lace. Why not?
We talked about Cate Blanchett and Tar, and how this is, as Jared was saying earlier, possibly the role of her career, but certainly what will become and has established itself as one of the most defining moments of her
But
career.
hard to say that, too, because look at that career.
Right.
Look at the
Couple
roles.
Oscars, many nominations.
Look at the roles
down the
this
line.
woman has taken on, and like to have this kind of be an opus is like, wow. Like, if you haven't seen it, you have to see her
Here's Cate
transform.
Blanchett.
And we are just talking. We are talking about the fact that you changed everything with this role.
She's scared.
Come on,
Come
she's
on, get
on.
in here.
No,
Are you
there's
kidding?
no going back.
When you look
There's
like
no going
this,
back.
you don't hide. This is an incredible piece.
Absolutely.
Oh,
The
thank you.
dress is fantastic.
Sorry, what were we saying?
Well, let's say this. I've got a question. I heard you saying that your relationship with acting is almost like a love affair. Sometimes you're in, sometimes you're out, sometimes you're on board. And I wonder if this role in Tar, did it make you love acting more, or did it put you in that place where I need a break?
No, well, it's definitely a love affair. I mean, you have to fall out of love with it because you're so in love with it. I'm passionate about it, but this one was really, sometimes in your life, a relationship comes along and you just get shifted off your axis, and I just felt so
lucky to be able to sort of ask these big questions at a time when I was asking big questions myself. But yeah, I do love it.
Well, it's a real pleasure.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yay,
Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye.
We're glad you love it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great night tonight.
Have a great night.
Beautiful.
Oh, stunning.
I'm having the moment that you
I
had.
know. Okay, this is his Sally Field moment. I had it with Sally Field, and he's having.
Take it in a
that was just Cate Blanchett.
Cate Blanchett. If you haven't seen Tar, check it out.
Yeah.
Streaming. You can watch it.
Stunning and
She learned-
just intense as well as only she can do. It's a level of intensity that she goes back and forth between that. I think that is what puts it over the top for one of her big roles.
One of the many great. Hello.
Ooh,
Hi.
hi.
It's great to see you. What was the
Hello.
most important part of playing Norma Jean?
Oh my gosh, you went straight
Right
up
to
with
it.
a whoa.
Straight to it. I know you got places to
I know,
be.
we gotta
gotta
get
it in.
I mean, I think it was the challenge. It was just a really beautiful project and character to take on, and just to have that responsibility and to do the work was the reward, you know, for myself. Yeah.
Fantastic job.
And also to step in her shoes and see how wonderful and talented and beautiful she was. She was incandescent, you know, and that to capture that and to try and capture that was just a beautiful experience. Yeah.
Well, you did it. You did a beautiful job. Thank you.
Thank
I know you have to go down. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye.
Thank you so
have fun
much.
in the show.
Have a great time.
Have a good night tonight. Of course, Ana de Armas stars in Blonde.
Yeah.
Marilyn
Oh,
Monroe.
that's what you should ask.
Marilyn
Do
Monroe's
blondes
life.
have more fun? Because I heard that.
We're going to find out.
I heard that.
Okay, one of the men of the night is Elvis here. Elvis has entered the building.
Elvis has entered the building.
Baz Luhrmann is here.
Baz
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm always the same.
How are you? I'm really good. Hi.
I'm super happy. But look at Austin on the
You look amazing.
Does he not look really cool?
I mean, did you nail it with the casting or what? I mean, you must look, and it's like, man, I was just exactly right. It worked out. You guys collaborated.
Can I think about that? Let me think. You know what? I tell you what. It doesn't happen much in a career that you have a miracle walk into your life, and without sounding like a proud father or anything else. I mean, Austin Butler's acting in this movie, it's the role of a lifetime. He gave his life to doing it. It's a miracle what he did. It's a miracle.
And he's divine inside and out.
Yeah.
And he's so patient. I've tortured him endlessly in the fitting room. He spent hours being prodded and poked, always patient, always charming.
Yeah.
An extraordinary young man.
What would we be surprised?
He does wear a suit rather well, too. I just want to say that.
Wow. What was the behind the scenes like on this film? What was it when the cameras weren't rolling? How did you guys just come together?
I mean, honestly, remember we went through fire, we had a flood, and then a little thing called a pandemic. You might remember Tom Hanks was guiding Austin the day before shooting. Someone said he's got that cold thing. We shut down. The movie went away. The movie was over.
And we have Austin right here. Would you tell us more about it? Hi.
You know what? The movie was over, and only because Austin stayed and refused to stop working did the movie come back. So we owe him that.
What would we be surprised to know about the man? Something that maybe hasn't been the most obvious thing that we've learned, but, you know, something about him that you took on.
I think as Austin as a person, kindness. Like he is in a room, he sees, you can feel the person who feels least seen, and he makes sure that they're seen. He's just so kind.
And
love
an
that.
incredible sense of humor. You know, naughty sense of humor.
Very good.
I love it.
Well, we have to say
Guys,
goodbye.
thank you so
It's a real
much, and
pleasure.
thank you for this
Congratulations.
amazing work.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great night tonight.
Wow.
Love getting the inside tidbits there from Baz Luhrmann, of course, the filmmaker of Elvis.
Behind Elvis, this movie we've been hearing so much about this award season, and really, like, just to know, like, all it took for that to come to fruition, like the pandemic, we are on the tail end of all of that, you guys. We're seeing like the projects that had to hold, that had to, you know, had their main characters catch COVID, and you know, all of these different things, and to have it have its moment now is a big night.
It is, and you have to think about one thing that leading into the release of Elvis and everything else that was going on was the incredible risk of taking this on, right?
Yeah.
Someone's life who, obviously everyone, it's very well established in
Iconic.
pop culture, it's so iconic. How do you do it right? How do you do it in an original way? And they were able able to find that magic.
Yeah.
They were able to find that through the casting, and then of course the writing and directing and the way it was all put together in an incredible representation that we know from family members and people surrounding. They felt like it really paid great, accurate tribute to the man.
Seriously. And just to the time period as well, because it was a very different time. And I remember hearing Tom Hanks say that one thing that he loved was that it did pay homage to, you know, the forebearers of rock and roll, to black music, to the James Browns of the world.
Austin
and we can
Butler.
talk about it with Austin Butler. Hello, how are you?
We're live here, looking out to the world.
Oh,
and
yeah.
People are loving you, loving your performance. We were just hearing from Baz Luhrmann about just the incredible transformation that you took on. I was reading that you lost your voice at some point. Tell me some of the struggles and things that you encountered as you really got in.
I mean,
really dug in.
Really dig into the struggles now. I mean, what you're talking about there was we were on stage and I was singing Never Been to Spain. And we did so many takes, and at a certain point, my voice I just lost my voice, you know, so then I went on vocal rest for a couple of days, and then I was able to come back. So you get through it all. I mean, there was those days, but then it was also just the greatest ride of my life.
Oh my gosh. And I'm loving the hair. Who inspired the hair? Like, I'm wondering where this is going to... No, I'm kidding. But when it comes to Elvis and that character... Coming out of it, you've spoken about that process. You dug into all the takes, all of that. So what was the kind of like, okay, back to Austin moment?
Well, for me, I went right into another job. I had a week of downtime where I actually ended up in the hospital just because I didn't get sick the entire time I filmed, but the day that I finished, I ended up in the emergency room.
Oh, no.
And so I spent a week in bed, and then I went to this other job, and then so giving into the research of that other project, and it just started to challenge me in other ways, and then I went into another one right after that. So that's the way. I just kind of worked through it, you know.
Nice.
Fortunately, we gotta let you go. We hope to see some Elvis moves on that after-party dance floor.
Yes.
We'll do it. We're gonna see. We'll see what we can do.
There.
Thank you so much, man. Congrats.
Oh, congratulations.
Have a good night tonight.
Wow. The king.
The king.
I have to say.
So, of course, Austin Butler, the man, the myth, the legend. There he is, the most buzzed about. Probably
dreamy eyes, I have to say.
From the perspective of actors in leading role, certainly probably the most breakout and buzzed about performance of the year. Like we were saying, in terms of the risk, the challenge, and what he had to do to get it right.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, and they really just dug in. I mean, what he had to do to get it right. How many takes? Did he say how many takes?
Couldn't hear
it.
It
was like
I was just looking at his hair. I saw his hair, and that was it. That's all I saw. So
I don't know if he's got what I was dropping. I was like, that's some Elvis. That's some Elvis hair. No? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's a character that you don't just like walk away. If you become Elvis, you stick with that for a little bit. So, okay, I think we have some more. Oh, well, hello.
Well, hello.
How are you, sir?
Well, hi. Who's knocking at the door?
It's great to see you.
Hi. How are you?
Fantastic.
You look fantastic. Let's talk about this.
Thanks, man. This is what am I wearing? This is something I cooked up with my guy Jack Manson.
I like it.
He usually works with Jamie Foxx, but sometimes he slums it with me, and I get to wear this. Yeah.
I'm gonna fill in the O's here. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, there's some tic-tac-toe
It's fun.
going.
I was stalking your Instagram a little bit. And you got some very funny posts. You also have some really sweet, gushing over the love of your life. And it made, I'm a married man, and you were even talking about kind of like, hey, for all you singles out there that do you feel like it's not coming around? And I just wonder, what's your piece of advice for the hopeless or hopeful singles out there?
You know what? One thing I learned about myself and a lot of folks is you're not going to be perfect. You know, you're going to make mistakes, and there's going to be some hiccups. But you don't meet the perfect person when you're perfect and they're perfect. The key is to love each other, and love kind of makes corrections and accepts. So just know that it may look scary at first, but don't bail. If there's something anchoring you to that person, work it out, man. The whole life you're going to be working on.
And Baby on the Way?
Baby on the Way, the sequel.
Moments away. Wait,
Jonah Maverick Hauser, due up in a couple of weeks.
Congratulations,
I
Jenna.
love it.
Thank you, man.
Congrats.
Bless you. Thank you for.
You have all the things going tonight. Well,
life is good.
After party wise, are we going to see you on the dance floor? What's going on?
I mean, I think so. Yeah. I think I'm the guy to cut that rug up with a scissor. No, I think I think I'll be at the after party, and I'll just be looking for noshing. I'll just be like, where's all the fancy food that I can't make at home?
I know, and it's only this big, so you got to do a bunch of them.
Oh, God.
The whole thing.
Yeah, those people with trays hate me because I'm always like, okay, I know that you think this pinky-sized salmon bite is enough. It's not.
I'm going to need to keep the whole tray right here.
I love that.
3.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to talk to you. Congrats in advance. Have a great
Thank you.
night.
Have a best night.
Thanks so much, guys. Have a great night.
I love him. I love his energy, and I love that jacket. That's fun.
That was fun. And yeah, family, burgeoning, growing.
Yes.
He's had this huge moment, moments in award season leading up to this, winning other awards. The Banshees of Inisherin cast looks like they have arrived. Colin Farrell.
Okay, here you go. You have been talking up Colin Farrell's performance all night. Well deserved. But goodness.
Take a moment and watch them come down the carpet.
Look.
It's exciting to see
Here
them
we
coming.
are.
I'm excited
it's all
for all
happening.
of it.
I'm excited.
I'll tell you this. We have
a
had
drink.
so much fun tonight. It has been a whirlwind, and we've loved it. Time has
Yeah.
finally arrived for the big show. Thank you for watching People and Entertainment Weekly's Red Carpet Live at the 29th Annual Screen Actors Guild Awards. And, of course, thanks to Campari, an unmistakable, vibrantly red Italian bitter at the heart of some of the world's most classic cocktails, for helping us bring the show to you.
Absolutely. You can watch the SAG Awards right now, you guys, on Netflix's YouTube channel and on Twitter and Facebook. Have a great night and cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Yes.
Good night.
Night.
Steve, do you want to watch the SAG Awards with me?
No.
What's wrong? You've been acting odd all day.
I don't want to be friends anymore.
What? But we've been best friends, well, pretend show business friends for years. There's no one I feel fake closer to.
Just move your feckin' chair away. Move the feckin' chair. Move it all the way out of the feckin' frame.
Out of the frame? Feck off!
Look, if you keep bothering me, I'm gonna cut off all my feckin' fingers.
But if you cut off your fingers, then you wouldn't be able to play the banjo anymore. Oh.
Hey guys, what's up?
Steve doesn't want to be my friend and he's threatening to cut off his feckin' fingers.
So, no more banjo? Aw. What's wrong, Steve? SAG Awards Male Actor in Comedy. Oh, you're both nominated in the same category.
We're what? I'll cut off more than your feckin' fingers, you pasty-faced freak!
Hey, guys, it's okay. You both obviously are gonna lose.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Based on our performances, right. Buddy, I'm sorry.
Aww.
I didn't mean to call you pasty-faced.
You did?
No, sure.
Hey, guys! Look, the feckin' show is starting.
Live from the Fairmont Century Plaza Hotel in Los Angeles, California, it's the 29th Annual Screen Actors Guild Awards. Join us as the acting community honors the year's greatest performances in film and television.
When I was 5 years old, I was watching television with my grandmother, and I saw the most gorgeous black woman I had ever seen in my little 5 years of living. She had on a long red dress, and her eyelashes looked like butterflies. I said, "Grandmama, who is that?" She said, "Baby, that's Lola Falana." In that moment, my destiny was stamped on the canvas of my imagination. I wanted to be black, fabulous, and on TV. I ran and got 2 phone books and stacked them together because that was my stage. And my first talent was to turn around in a circle and let my family get a load of me. I am Niecy Nash Bex, and baby, I'm an actor.
When I turned 52, I was tossed into the verbal, emotional whirlwind that was Saul Goodman, a.k.a. Jimmy McGill.